Welcome back to Week of Movie Bros, bitches. And guess what? This is a long-ass podcast. Grab some popcorn. Grab some water. Grab some life. And I guess Zachary is a walking spoiler word today. I don't know why, but he is. So what are we spoiling? Nothing yet.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's going to spoil something for this is over. We all know.
You're the walking, talking spoiler when it comes to looking at Twitter.
Hey, we can't have this conversation anymore. Someone who spoiled Chop for me.
Oh, get over
I'm not
it.
over it. I was really invested. I was really curious. And you ruined it.
Yeah.
I will never be over it.
What's the first topic?
You're gonna take it to your grave. I'm gonna literally make you take it to your grave. Let's start here.
You know more about the story than I do.
Oh, sorry. I thought you knew something.
No.
I was gonna let you take the lead. Take the lead.
There you go.
Lead.
Jake.
Sorry. So, Green Lantern, the TV show on HBO Max, gets its lead. It is Finwit Rock. Do you know who Finwit Rock is?
No.
Oh my God, Zachary, you're about to see a god. I'm very excited for this moment.
How do you feel about you and Guy Gardner instead of John or Hal?
I don't care. Do you want to know why?
Why?
That's our lead. And that right there, I'll watch the whole thing. I'll watch it if it's terrible. I'll watch it even if it's like the worst thing ever made. Because he's in it.
He made his debut in 2004 in Halloween Town High.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's... Oh.
He's the boyfriend.
So he's playing Guy Gardner?
Yep. I know him from American Horror Story.
Can we get back to the people?
The people are not here, technically. It doesn't really matter.
But what do you think about him playing...
I don't really care about Green Lantern.
Oh.
I was just really excited that Finn Rock got Green Lantern the lead. That's all I want to talk about.
That's it?
That's it.
Let's move on.
Okay. All right. How I Met Your Father. I'm just jumping around. I don't know why. I just don't feel like going in order today.
We also got a lot to talk about and quick stories. You can say the longer ones for last. So, How Met Your Father, Jacob, and go.
We have time. It's fine. We can just enjoy ourselves. This is the first podcast back in a long time. Let's enjoy ourselves.
But you seem so rushed.
I'm not rushed. I'm just rushed. How I Met Your Father. The sequel series, which I'm not really sure how it is a sequel series. That has yet to be explained. I'm assuming one of the kids from How I Met Your Mother will be one of the main characters on How I. That's not Met. That's not Met. How did no one tell me? Is that right?
Yeah.
That's not right.
Yes.
That's not right.
Yes.
That's not right.
Yes.
No, that looks wrong.
Yes.
How I Met. Oh my God, it is. All right. So that's my assumption is that How I Met a character, and that's how it's gonna be a sequel series because they did confirm. The only reason why I bring it up here if they were just in talks and like they're only getting a pilot, but they got a full series order, which means the whole entire first season got ordered to Hulu, and so it is getting made, it's getting produced, the whole 9 yards. It will be premiering.
Do you think it'll go a little bit farther than they could on CBS because it's on Hulu? They have more.
I mean, they went really far on CBS, Zachary. I'm sure it's just fine.
No, I mean like for a streaming service standard.
No, I mean Hulu doesn't really go that far.
Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah, I guess they kind of do, but this is going to be made for. This is sitcom. This is for families that watch like Big Bang Theory. This is what they're going to try to attack.
I don't think it's a family show.
This is going to be a family show. I know it's going to be a family show. It's pointless if it's not. It's going to be 30 minutes. It's going to be a sitcom. It is what it is.
Would you count How I Met Your Mother as a family show?
I mean, we watched it as a family, so yes, I'm going to count that as a family show. Would you count Friends as a family show?
No.
Would you count Big Bang Theory as a family show? But do you know how many families do?
A lot.
All of them.
I don't get it.
Do you know how many Big Bang Theory brought in 18 million viewers every episode for a whole season? That's not just parents watching at 9 o'clock at night, Zachary. That is children. That is children and children and children.
Whatever you say.
I know it is. Well, how do you feel about How I Met? I know this is one of my favorite sitcoms, so
I don't care.
Okay.
It's just it's not my cup of tea. I think How I Met Your Mother has a strong point in my opinion with Barney. Barney to me is the strongest character of that entire show.
You mean the interesting character that is Barney, and the only reason, and Neil Patrick Harris, who is the gayest man I've ever read from, and yet he plays the
straightest man you'll ever meet.
Yep.
But I like that because it just. He played it so well, and my favorite camaraderie wasn't even between Bill and him. Bill?
Who is Bill, Zachary?
I don't know.
Who?
Ted.
Yeah, there you go. Same asshole name. Sorry, Bill's
but no,
out there.
For me, it was Jason Segel and him. Those are my two favorite characters that work together so well. Especially when Barney started getting a job and he worked there for him and all the crazies ensued with it.
I just don't agree with you, but that's fine. Like at all.
And that's my favorite relationship too, is Robin and Barney.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about it.
That's the truth, though.
It's painful.
It's the best relationship in the show.
I know, it's painful. Because the ending was trash. Watch the alternate ending. That's the better ending. Highly recommend. All right. Let's see here. Who was Batman? Michael was Batman.
As he always says anytime he's around anybody, I'm Batman. And now he can officially say he's Batman again. And we now know where they are shooting. The shooting has started in London. They are at the old 89 Wayne Manor. That is where the first production stills have came from, which is very exciting to me because I like the fact that, they're keeping in tune with his movie being that, we're going to see the old 89 cave. We're going to see the old house. Maybe we'll see old man Bruce Wayne with the white hair. Maybe. I'm just curious. Michelle Pfeiffer has not been confirmed yet. I wouldn't be shocked if we see a cameo from her at all in the movie as like the wife. And I kind of hope they mentioned the guy who played his Alfred passed away a while ago. So I think it'd be really cool if Bruce said, well, Alfred passed a while back. And, we're just honoring his legacy of not hiring anybody else, and we just take care of ourselves. Because that's what happened by the end of this year. If you look at Batman Beyond, he's the caretaker of his house now. And I really hope Ace is there, the Bat Hound. I want him there so bad. I want Michael Keaton with a cane and Ace by his side and going, I have a new guy. His name's Terry. I want that so bad. I know we're not going to get it. But I don't know. I'm really, really curious to see what they do. Of all the DC properties they're currently working on, I want to know more about this at Fandom than any of them. Even more so than Shazam. Like I want to see Keaton there talking about why he decided to come back. What was the reasoning? Because in my eye, there is no real reason for him to come back. So the only reason they're bringing him back is because it's a Flashpoint film. They can go back in time. Why they chose him, I want to know why. Like they could have chose anybody. They could have chose Bale to come back. They could have chose Kilmer.
I don't know. I don't really put Bale inside this universe.
Oh no, but he's a Batman though.
I'm just saying
he's a multiverse.
I just don't. I don't.
No, I don't. No,
I don't agree. But that's fine.
They're a part of it.
I don't agree, but that's fine.
They could either choose him, Clooney, or Kilmer, or whatever. I think it'd be an interesting choice to choose Clooney. I really do. I really think it'd be cool if they chose Clooney, like to see do a more grittier, modern take on Batman. I think it'd be interesting to see. I really think Kilmer would have been cool too.
Do you really want a whole movie with him awkwardly smiling at you? Again, do you really want a Batman and Robin the sequel? Don't shrug your shoulders. You don't want that. I could take you back. We have it on film. No one wants that.
Since we're going back and doing other universes, I hope we see it like maybe a Robin or something. Like if we see like
Oh, did you hear about the stuff going around? Robert Pattinson's been doing a few interviews and stuff, and he specifically said that the one thing that he asked for when he joined the DC
his
universe,
version,
he wants a concrete version of Robin.
Okay, but then
that was one of his only requests.
That's fine. Wait till Batman 3 if he gets a third one. He's way too young right now to have a ward. I think
the jokes can't.
No, I know, I agree, but his Batman needs to be at least 35 to 40.
Yeah, so the jokes can get really bad.
Do you want him in his 20s?
I mean, I think it would be more appropriate.
To me, in my opinion, if we're going to do it, have Robin already have happened and let it be Nightwing. Don't let it be Robin.
No, see, I think that's no. You need Robin.
Won't work.
And I think they can do Child Robin.
Carrie Kelly.
Or Carrie Kelly. I think
Carrie Kelly would be a better shot.
I think either of those two, the ones that are younger who are like 14 and or a teenager, I think they could say
Robert Pattinson has an illegitimate son. They could do Damien if they wanted to.
Yes, and that he had when he was. I mean, we don't actually know how old his Bruce is.
So if his Bruce is like his mid-30s, early 40s, and he could have an
that's
illegitimate
definitely
kid.
Not the case. I'm assuming probably
late 20s,
early 30s.
But
still,
he could have had an illegitimate kid between now and then, and his kid could be around 6 or 7, which is when Damien became.
So like, it's still possible. I'm not, and I think I would much prefer the Damien because everything else just makes me feel uncomfortable.
I want Carrie.
Everything else just makes me feel uncomfortable.
Well, she hasn't had her due yet, and she
And
was
also-
supposed to have her due in Batman v Superman, but
And Carrie was just never one of my faves.
I love her. She is, and she's the enthusiast of Gotham when everybody was down. Like she was the one that was like, you know what, he's still out there. We'll find him.
Mm.
And I like that. I like that enthusiasm about it.
Mm.
But what do you think? How do you? I mean, since they announced it about almost a year ago, how you feeling about it now?
I really just still feel like this movie should be canceled.
You explain that to me. Explain to the viewers why you think this
I think I've explained it to the viewers as well. I think we've had that. I think we had that conversation on a podcast before.
But you don't want them to continue on anything. Like,
Yeah, I think everything should be canceled.
like how they did with the Trench and Ancient and the New Gods and stuff.
Yep. I understand moving, like, for instance, Shazam could say, because Shazam was never actually officially part of DCEU. We can say that's Man of Steel at the end, but it could also be a different Man of Steel depending on what they go with.
Yeah, Man
So-
of Steel long neck.
Yeah, it's so hilarious. It's what killed us. That's what killed all of his chances. That right there.
It's so funny though.
Henry Cavill, you should have just buckled up and when.
Man, that'd be a fun rewatch. I haven't watched that in a while.
Well, Zachary, we have no more options.
No, like just when I'm down or something.
Oh, just a chill, just like
just to chill. No commentary reasons, just to chill and watch.
when we talk about rewatching things, it's like let's watch
I
something.
know, but that's just anyway.
Either way, and so yeah, I don't know. I don't want a Wonder Woman thing. I don't want a Aquaman thing. I don't want a Flash thing. I want them to reboot completely.
The only one I'm okay with them continuing on with of all of them is Aquaman, simply because Aquaman 1 is so tonally different than what Aquaman was in either Justice League movie.
That is a part of Zack Snyder. Not because I didn't love it. I do.
But that's why you don't want it to continue on.
I don't want to continue on because we're not getting it. So what's the point of continuing these stories?
Warner Bros. Really put the nail in the coffin on that one.
Which we'll talk about a little bit later in this very podcast. Very short, very minimum. All right, moving on. Let's go to Spider-Verse. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 2 has new directors. I did not know Phil Lord and Chris Miller were not coming back to direct. This is Joaquin Dos Santos, Kemp Powers, and Justin K. Thompson. I don't know any of these names. They got the directing roles.
But they're still writing it.
Yeah, Phil Lord, Chris Miller, and Dave Collum. I don't know if he wrote any.
Yeah, all three of them were the original three writers on Into the Spider-Verse.
All right, so let's not go to producing. Let's go to directing. Legend of Korra,
Which is exciting to me.
Avatar. I mean, these are Voltron, which you watched.
I love Legendary Defender.
Well, you directed both those.
Superman Shazam, The Return of Black Adam. That's a really good movie.
Okay. Let's go over to you. Just curious. Kemp Powers. Oh, he wrote
Soul.
He wrote Soul.
Well, that's intriguing.
And he was a co-director on Soul.
Well, hot damn. I guess you're going to watch Soul now, huh?
Okay, just stop it. If you really wanted to watch Soul, you can choose Soul for your last one. We don't have to watch Mortal Kombat, even though I really want to watch Mortal Kombat.
He worked on Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
We have to go to directors. So this is his first time being under a director's point. He did write part of the
Powerpuff Girls.
He wrote a little thing. So yeah, animation department, which means he worked behind like a visual department and stuff, which is not a bad thing to have.
But of all, it's the Emoji Movie, Jacob. It said the Emoji.
But have you actually watched the Emoji Movie?
Yes, Jacob. Much like Patrick Stewart, it's a piece of shit.
No, I know. I get that. But I'm saying the Emoji Movie is actually quite pretty.
No, it's gorgeous.
So if he worked on the animation for the Emoji Movie, it's not necessarily a bad thing. And actually, to be honest with you, I was a part of that trend where everybody watched the Emoji Movie for 3 months straight for no apparent reason except we did. And I did that. And you know what?
Okay.
You're like, I didn't need to hear that.
I didn't need to hear that at all. But I'm really upset that the directors have changed. Because Phil Lord and Chris Miller co-wrote and directed the Lego Movie, which I really, really, really love the first one. The second one, not as much. I don't think the tone, the message, it all works. And I just, Phil Lord and Miller deserve to continue on.
Well, maybe they maybe not have time, or they maybe don't want to. I mean, we don't actually know the reasoning behind.
I'm just worried.
Well,
especially when the movie is that good, it's scary seeing another director take over.
Well, I mean, one of these directors was a part of a movie that won an Oscar, so I mean,
yeah.
and also they probably handpicked. What I'm more nervous about, and what makes me more nervous about this is that Phil Lord and Chris Miller, every time they work together, they work together. They don't tend to work on their own.
No.
They are like a duo. All three of these directors are coming in from not working in the same, like they've never worked together before.
It's going to be weird for them to go from being a solo on to working as a trio. Especially, it's hard to work on animation specifically in this kind of state because you are working. It's a 3-man directing team. You rarely hear about that mainly just because of the animation style. And they all have 3. And if we looked at their credits, they all 3 have different variations.
Well,
of
except Justin
style.
K. Thompson.
Yeah,
he's the only one.
But the other 2 have variations in animation style. Like some worked on 2D more than 3D. Some worked on 3D more than 2D. So it's kind of hard to mesh those together. And Into the Spider-Verse alone is a unique animation style all on its own. So I don't know.
We'll have to wait and see. But I thought it was really interesting. And this was a story that popped up, I think, earlier.
I'm excited, though. It means that we're getting more information moving forward with the movie. It's coming. That's all that matters to me. I think I know where we're going next.
No, I'm just getting it pulled up.
Oh.
We don't have to go over there just yet. We actually can talk about something kind of funny. Zachary, do you want to talk about this?
This is one of the best stories
Go
ever.
ahead.
So there's been rumors going around that Alfred Molina was coming back as Dr. Octopus from Spider-Man 2. And it was like, oh, we don't know if that's true or not. It's kind of like Jamie Foxx, like, eh. But much like Jamie Foxx, Alfred Molina was like, fuck that. Hi, I'm Spider-Man 3, everybody. Hi, I'm Spider-Man 3. And that's what he is in Spider-Man 3. We learn more about Spider-Man 3 within the context of him announcing that he's in it. So we now know that No Way Home will take place in the multiverse side of it where Spider-Man 2 ends. So when Doc Ock enters the water at the end of the movie, apparently he gets sucked out of the water and into a new universe. And he's like, which is fascinating. I'm curious how they do the same thing with Jamie Foxx's Electro, because the last time we see Electro in Spider-Man 2 is when he gets obliterated and shot to death at the end of the movie before Green Goblin shows up. So maybe like when he eviscerates, he pops back up in the universe. Maybe he's all different looking.
Or they literally just grabbed one from a different universe.
No, we know he's from Amazing Spider-Man 2. He's not from another Spider-Man.
I mean, that's not been confirmed.
Yeah.
No, we just assumed because he's the same actor.
But why would they change it though? They're doing the same thing with Alfred Molina.
Well, once again,
Alfred Molina is coming from Spider-Man 2.
Not that we know.
Yes, it was confirmed. They're picking him from the water at the end of the movie.
Okay, well, how? So there isn't going to be any time jump?
No, they are literally picking him right from the end of the movie when the particle accelerator collapses on him and he sacrifices himself. They're literally picking him right from that moment.
That's a bit. I don't know how I feel about that. But that's besides the point. But I'd say it's still fine if they get Jamie Lee Foxx.
How funny would it be if Willem Dafoe does come back in this movie and it's right before the glider picks him like Godspeed Spider-Man.
But also, like, interestingly enough, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Because all these actors have to be de-aged. And for instance, okay.
We don't know if they're de-aging Doc Ock or not.
He confirmed that. That was confirmed in his interview.
So they're going to de-age him for that, but he's going to be a different age when he comes to the universe. Then probably the age.
He is de-aged in the film. That was what the headline was. The headline wasn't that he was confirmed. The headline is that in the movie, when we see him, he's going to look like himself that he was in Spider-Man 2.
I know they're using the Irishman technology, which is kind of nerve-wracking.
That's a little concerning.
A little bit.
Hopefully they get the hands. And also the way they look, and also the way they walk, and just like everything. Hopefully they just fix it. But also, because Norman Osborn is supposedly going to be a very important character going forward, but that would be really expensive to keep de-aging William Dafoe.
They don't have to, though, if they don't want to. Everyone's going straight to William Dafoe for the Green Goblin, right?
I mean, if you don't bring back William Dafoe, is it really necessary?
There is another Norman out there. They could technically bring back 2 characters from Amazing Spider-Man.
I mean, they could.
They could bring back his Norman when he's old enough to where they wouldn't have to de-age him.
Like Ding Dong?
No, not him. His father.
I don't know who is his father.
The one.
Who's the actor?
I forget. Game of Thrones. He's Khaleesi's the one who looks Khaleesi.
Still too old. Oh, wait. No, is it really?
I think so.
I don't think so. Hold on. Well, I'm looking it up. I honestly, it's been so long.
It's been so long since I watched them, which I'm watching all Spider-Man movies leading up to 3 because they know they're all there.
Well, let's wait until a trailer. Hopefully, they do get announced in the trailer. I don't think that would be a spoiler, in my opinion.
At this point,
like just give us just give it to us. Okay, who am I looking for?
Norman.
Mr. Osborn. Is he in the second one?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so.
Dane's Harry talks to him.
Okay, Norman.
He's dying.
Okay, let's go back to the top. Norman.
I swear he's in this.
I think you're wrong.
No, he talks to Harry.
Okay. IMDb didn't help, but Google should. Who plays Norman Osborn in Amazing Spider-Man? No one.
That's a bunch of lying. He talks to Harry. Right there. There he is.
Yeah. I don't expect deceased. He's dead. So no, Zachary, I think they're gonna bring back the other one. Sorry to mention it. He's a little dead. The actor, hold on, is played by Chris Cooper, who also would need de-aging technology, so like it wouldn't have mattered.
Okay.
So,
but we also have to realize they don't have to pull a Green Goblin from their multiverse. They can technically just use a Green Goblin from the MCU. Like Norman could be there.
Yeah, that is also true. Norman could be there.
Norman and Harry could just come from Tom Holland's timeline, which would be fine. Yeah,
because they're already pulling someone from Sam Raimi's timeline.
Correction, they're pulling 3 people from his timeline.
Sandman.
No.
Wasn't he confirmed?
No.
I swear Sandman.
Doc Ock, Peter, and MJ.
Oh, I also swear Sandman was also
Sandman is the one that's been going around as a rumor. He's not been confirmed or denied.
Neither. No, the only person who's technically confirmed right now is Mr. Doc Ock. Everybody else is in talks and or not happening.
Jamie Falcon is confirmed, Jacob.
No,
I'm going off. Everybody on God's green earth is just saying it's the truth. It's just so I'm going off the truth.
I mean, if that's the truth, then we can just say everybody's in this movie because they've all been spotted on set in costume. So that's a hard one to not tell us, Marvel. Just confirm it already.
That trailer better just be like
Spider-Man. Oh my god. Well, it's just like a whole lot.
Oprah. You want a Spider-Man. You get a Spider-Man. You get a Spider-Man.
But every Spider-Man's different. So they have Pig Spider-Man. They have like
okay, that's pushing it.
Like Miles. Like Spider-Man.
But that's the other big question for Spider-Man 3. Is Miles going to show up?
Oh, who knows? We'll figure it out later. That's not important to this conversation. All right, let's move over to.
Are you happy that he's going to be in the movie?
Oh, I mean, yeah, I just thought it was really funny that it's officially confirmed because he's an idiot.
He didn't want to keep it a secret.
I just found the situation to be funny, which is.
But Foggy was like, "Man, it's so good to finally work with you again, but you couldn't keep your mouth shut for no more than another month."
Yeah, because the trailer is supposed to be coming out between June and July, so somewhere in there.
So we could either get it before Loki comes out, or
but I would say it's probably going to play in front of Black Widow. That would make sense because Black Widow technically, is a part of the timeline, but it's not part of it.
It could be really ballsy and put it in front of Shang-Chi and wait till September.
No, I mean, like the trades and stuff are saying June and July.
Fine.
And normally that means
the
that it's coming.
teaser will be in front of Black Widow, but I think the full trailer will be in front of Shang-Chi.
Who knows? We'll see. Okay. Secret Invasion. Let's talk about it for a minute.
Yeah, this cast is ridiculous.
So I'm going to run through the list, and then no one's been confirmed except for 2 characters for roles. Everybody else is kind of up in the air, and we can talk about who we think it is. So Kingsley Ben-Adir is supposedly going to be playing the villain. I don't really know. We also have no idea who the villain is, and so it could be a separate villain from the actual Secret Invasion villain.
I think the villain's going to be a Skrull who doesn't like the fact that the Skrulls are being such nice people.
Well, yes, I have a feeling it's going to be, like I said, we've had conversations and stuff. Another cast member who I'm very, very excited with.
This is just...
Secret Invasion was kind of on my radar.
But now
it's like, when is it coming out? Could it be out tomorrow? I would watch it. That's where I'm at right now. And that's Emilia Clarke, obviously. Anybody does not know, Emilia Clarke is one of my favorite actresses of all time. Danny's one of my favorite characters of all time. We don't need to get into Game of Thrones. Olivia Colman, who I do believe is going to play the new person to run Sword, which makes sense if it winds up correctly with her character, just a type of thing
Yeah.
she'll be. Samuel Jackson, obviously, for Nick Fury, Ben Mendelsohn for Talos. The newest one that popped up in the very end of April, like 2 days ago, was Killian Scott, but there is no role for him whatsoever. And also, he was not a name that I knew either, but he supposedly could
Do
be
we
in
know
this.
and or can we can't confirm it, but do we and or know that if either Photon or Captain Marvel are going to show up on the show?
No word yet.
Do you think? I think Photon will because of how WandaVision
Yeah,
ends.
I would say you have much more like a likely chance of having
Photon over.
what's her name? It's okay. Yeah, over Carol. I don't think Carol will be in this, but Carol could be in this.
Because doesn't Captain Marvel 2 go right into Secret Invasion, or is it part of it?
Supposedly, I don't know, because they could give Avengers, like the Avengers movie, Secret Invasion, or it could be a Captain Marvel, like Captain Marvel 2. Captain Marvel 2 is now rumored between two things. It could be an A-Force movie, which has been rumored for years now, or it could be Secret Invasion, which has also been rumored, because we have no direct confirmation on what it is.
To be honest, I think Secret Invasion fits more with Carol. I don't think
very well.
Huh?
I think both fit very well, but I'm curious why you don't.
I don't think A-Force would work because in the comics, it's not Carol.
Oh yeah, but this is more like the fact that it's Brie Larson and all this other stuff.
If I were Marvel, I'd stick with the Skrulls. You introduce the Skrulls in Captain Marvel, chronologically, it would make sense to show up again with her again.
But they also could want it for its own Avengers property because it is a huge story. It depends on what they believe should be the next Avengers movie.
But would you also think as a producer, like, setting up the Secret Invasion stuff now, and then the Avengers not being until maybe 2024,
We have no idea when this is coming out.
Phase 5, Phase 6 is going to be the next Avengers movie. It won't be now. Phase 4 is already stacked.
Yeah, it'd be Phase 5 for sure. But we don't know when this is coming out, so it could be closer to that release. Because there is no release date on this. We just keep getting casting information because they're going to start filming, I think, in July, if I'm not mistaken, is when it was announced.
I have to go use the restroom. My stomach is really hurting. Can you talk about Gabriel and The Last of Us? Because you're more concerned with that than I am.
Sure.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. He's just leaving me.
My stomach's going to explode.
Okay, that was a lot. Hi, people. Good thing I talk to myself for a living. So yeah, I don't know. I'm very, very excited. Emilia Clarke, by the way, is rumored to play 2 different characters. She could play Talos, which is what is the daughter of Ben Mendelsohn, or not Talos. I don't remember her daughter's name, which could end up being the Skrull Queen. If you guys don't know how Skrulls work in the comics, it's a queen that is doing all this stuff for Secret Invasion. But she also could be playing an agent, a newer agent who is like Nick Fury in space is also kind of rumored. She has green hair and stuff. So I think both those are very plausible. The only thing here is that when in Secret Invasion in the comic book, the way the Queen came down is that she took over the role of Spider-Woman. And so Emilia Clarke could also be playing Spider-Woman, which means that Olivia Wilde did not get to confirm who was playing in her movie, but that'd also be really interesting if that's the case. And maybe towards the end of the series, she could announce that that's who she is. I'm not really sure how they're going to do this. So who knows? But yeah. All right. Moving on. Gabriel Luna, if you guys don't know, he was in, I'm pretty sure what is that movie? Oh, yeah, he totally was. Arnold Schwarzenegger's. What is hold on. I'll look it up. All right. Terminator Dark Fate. He played the bad guy in Terminator Dark Fate, the new monster creature thingy, which I thought looked horrible, but I really enjoyed him. He was also Ghost Rider and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and I would say those are his 2 biggest roles to date. Now, he has now been cast as Tommy Miller, which makes sense because Pedro Pascal. So now he is playing his brother, which is very interesting, and I'm very curious to see how that goes. I don't know. I'm very curious, to be honest with you, how all this is going to work out and stuff. We also have several directors who have been announced for the series as well. Let me see if I can't pull up that list. So for directors, obviously our writing credits are Neil Druckmann, who is the creator of The Last of Us, and Craig Menzin, who I'm pretty sure is the one from Chernobyl, which is really good. That's really good. So we have 3 directors who have been announced. We have no idea how long it is. I'm assuming this is going to be between 6 and 8 episodes. It's Ali Abazasi is one of the directors. He's not really done anything. Border and Shelley. Is Shelley the one with what's her face? No, it's not. Never mind. I thought it was a different movie. Okay. And then the other one is Katamir Balagova. Sorry, I'm really bad at names, but he is cute. Sorry. Not the important part here. That's how attractive he is, Jacob. But that was my initial reaction, okay? Beanpole looks to be interesting. Came out in 2019. It also kind of looked like it starred not who I think it is either. All right, he looks to be a German director, which is very interesting. Bulgaria. So that would be over in Germany. Then lastly, Jasmine Zabink, who is a woman, and these are all very niche directors. So who really knows how well they are? I don't know. I just know one's attractive, and that's all I took away from that. So yeah, Gabriel Luna, who I do enjoy. I think he was fine in Terminator Dark Fate. Nothing blew me away by his performance, but it wasn't trash.
Well, also to be fair, he was a robot who really didn't have any emotion.
Yeah, but
he was good to look at.
No, and I thought he did a good job in a movie that was trash.
So my question about this moving forward is that they are kind of changing a little bit more of the game ethnicity-wise.
Yeah, but the game is really white, so I don't think that's a problem.
I was just curious.
Yeah, no, I think it's a smart decision. The game is one of the biggest problems, and I mean, Last of Us Part 2 kind of also worked towards that is by diversifying the thing. But the first game it's very, very white. There's one character of color of significance throughout the whole story, and so I personally think this is a great option. Mm-hmm. And am I a huge fan of Pedro Pascal? No, I have really never liked him in anything I've ever seen him in. But am I curious? Sure.
Life can be good, but it could be better.
I mean, it could be better. We could have better casting. And Bella Ramsey, I've only seen her in the one thing, and I really don't remember it because the only significant time that she had in Game of Thrones was her death. And I don't really remember that because I blocked that season. So that's my opinion. And Gabriel Luna, like I said, I've only seen him in the one thing, and
he's fantastic as Ghost Rider.
Oh, yeah.
He's fantastic.
So I would say most people probably go off of that.
As Ghost Rider. He's
the
whole reason I came back to watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. when it was going on for that long.
All right, let's just continue talking about casts. Why not? All right, Zachary, this is more of a you thing.
So we learned a lot about Borderlands over the past week. We now know that they're shooting the movie. The movie has started production, which is very exciting. First off, I love this cast. Everybody in this cast, I think, has fit the roles they are given very, very well. Jack Black as Claptrap.
But it doesn't say voicing Claptrap.
No, he's voicing Claptrap.
But it doesn't say that.
No, that's what he's doing.
I know, but what happens if he is?
Jacob, he is voicing a CGI model.
I just hope so, but normally they say voicing, and they don't say voicing here.
We have Ariana Greenblatt as Tiny Tina. She's new. I've never heard of her name before.
Well, new people, we always click on just to see if they are a part of anything else. Oh, yeah, okay. What is?
Ivan,
young Gamora. We know who she is.
She's playing Tiny Tina. Oh, that's exciting. Kate Blanchett as Lilith. I mean, that's how I started this off. You can only go higher than that. We got Florian Montoon as Krieg. Who Krieg, if you don't know, is a DLC character they brought into the Borderlands 2 in the later half of the game.
He'll be in
Shang-Chi, and he's in Creed 2.
Oh, he was
he was Drago's son.
Yep. Gotcha. Okay.
He fits Krieg then perfectly because Krieg doesn't have a lot of speaking lines, so good for him. It's the truth. Jack Black as Claptrap is brilliant. That's perfect. Great. I love that. Gina Genshin is Moxie. She's the
I know who Moxie is.
Yeah. So she'll be playing Moxie.
Oh, okay. to know who she is as
She's in
well.
Face Off, Killer Joe, Showgirls. I don't know who she is.
You would see a better picture of her. You would know who she is.
I would know.
Yeah, we've seen quite a few different things with her in it. Oh, she's Jughead's mom. That's why I know. She's Gladys.
Cool.
That's fine. It's
Jamie Lee Curtis's Tannis is. I think of everybody, including Kevin Hart. She's the weird one because Tannis is very controlled, mundane, just like we have to go find this crystal or whatever. Jamie Lee Curtis, as I've seen her in the past couple of years, a little bit over that, a little bit over the top. And then we have Edgar Ramirez as Atlas, which Atlas is a whole new thing. Atlas in the games is just a weapons manufacturer. We never meet Atlas in the games. It's a planet you go to, it's a weapon manufacturer in the game. So that's fascinating to me how they're going to do that. And he has been in...
I'd say Point Break is probably the biggest thing.
And Point Break really isn't that big of a...
Oh, does he play the dad? Is that who this is? No. Yes, he does.
Oh.
Okay. You didn't watch that.
No.
It wasn't good. But he wasn't actually that good at it either.
We have Kevin Hart as Roland, which is the one that everybody is either really, really, really happy about or really, 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 really not.
Kind of honest with you, kind of don't want to watch the movie just because he's in it. So...
we have Janina Kavar, who is the lead voice actress for Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Oh,
she plays the main trooper you lead in the game.
Okay, I do know who she is. Well.
She's a really good actress. I've seen
her. I like her. She's from Twilight.
Yeah, she's really good.
Yeah, she's from. Oh, and also Wind River, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, she's really good.
I like how diverse the cast is.
It's
just
awesome.
To point it out there. It's really good. That's how AAA films should be made.
Cheyenne Jackson is part of Jacobs. Jacobs is the one where they have like the revolvers and the shotguns and all that kind of stuff. They're the more Western part. Crom is new to me.
I don't know who Albert Richards is either. He's very bulky. Black Widow. He's going to play an inmate. That doesn't matter.
Kingsman.
Okay, nothing really huge.
No, he
seems more like a stunt man.
He'll probably be like someone they have to fight. Larry.
Which is Bobby Lee. Who I also... Oh, he's a comedian. That makes sense.
Okay.
That would make sense. Okay.
We have Benjamin... Oh, Scooter. Stephen Boyer. That name sounds familiar.
That name does sound familiar. Oh, Hustler. He's probably one of the ones they drug.
Chicago Fire.
Which I don't watch, but... Okay.
Cool.
Sure.
He's playing Scooter. Catch a Ride. That's Scooter.
Okay.
Marcus is the ammunitions guy. He's the one who tells the story. Welcome to Pandora.
Okay, well
that fits perfectly for this guy.
Oh, okay. I definitely know who this is.
So Dutch is playing Marcus.
That makes sense.
Charles Babalola is playing Hammer. Really?
Which is also another character that I definitely remember.
And they have race-bended Hammerlock. Hammerlock is white in game. So that's cool.
I do know who this is as well. I've seen several things. Okay.
So that's cool. And then Ryan Redmond is Ellie.
Who is Ellie?
Ellie's the really, 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 really.
Oh, yep.
Scooter's friend.
Yep. Nope. Now I know.
So yeah, she'll be playing Ellie.
Yep. Okay. What an interesting. Okay.
So the story of the game is different. They're not looking for a vault in this game. It's the origin of how everybody met. So it's how Lilith came to Pandora, how she came up to Roland, how everybody came together, how Claptrap found everybody, and no one's happy about that. No one's happy that the game is not following the actual movie. And to me, the biggest detriment to any video game film is if you follow the video game too much.
Mm-hmm.
You should be able to liberate and change it if you want to change it. So therefore, I'm all for this. Eli Roth is a gory man. He loves his gore. Borderlands, I hope the guns are stupid. I want to see a gun shoot a hamburger that shoots guns. That's all. I'll be content. I want to see crazy cars. I want to see all the creatures on Pandora. That's what I want from this movie. And I'm very happy to see what they do with it. I'm looking forward to this movie a lot.
All right. I have no personal opinions. I played Borderlands 3. I played it all the way through. I played part of Borderlands. I played part of Borderlands 2. They're not my favorite thing in the world, but they're my dad's favorite thing in the world. So I played them because he likes them. Mm-hmm. And that's my opinion on this. Will I watch it? Yes, it's Eli Roth. He's like one of my favorite directors of all time.
Ironically, this was my first Eli Roth adventure.
No, you saw House of Clock Walls.
Oh, and I also saw his version of Evil Dead.
See?
My bad. This was my third.
He didn't do version of Evil Dead.
Oh, no,
That was not him.
Are you sure?
Yes, that's Fred Avegez, Avchez. That's who did that. He did the one about with oh my god, the guy who I want to play.
Oh, Sully.
Yeah,
The one about him being blind. And,
yeah.
Don't breathe.
Don't breathe. Thank you. That's who directed.
That's a great movie.
It's a great movie. Where am I going? I'm going here. This is where I'm going.
She looks so good.
Yeah, honestly though, this is probably like one of the best costumes.
That is, you cannot get any closer than what she looks like.
1 second. Want to reiterate, if you're watching this, if you're listening to this on audio, we're going to be showing a picture. We normally detail the picture, so technically you don't need to look it with us. But in case you want to, the live version is over on our YouTube page. I just like to give the heads up for people who don't know that. So
I have one critique. About the entire suit.
Her shoes?
No, it's way too shiny. No.
That is to a T. Oh, I was gonna get really nervous that it wasn't really shiny. It should be shiny. That is her suit. Shiny.
But look at her suit there. It's not shiny.
Yes, Zachary. I'm talking about every time they've ever adapted her suit into like any type of other medium, it is shiny as fuck.
But besides the point, she looks fantastic. She looks like Miss Marvel. She looks like Kamala.
Yeah, I think putting her in the suit, I do feel bad slightly because I have a strong feeling that the suit's probably not going to show up until like maybe the final episode or so.
We don't know that.
We don't know that, but just based on other stuff they filmed in the past with the
going off of the other Disney Plus series, they wait till the big reveal at the end of the series.
And so it would have been really nice to be able to experience this.
But for me,
with her,
I'm okay with that because it's an origin story for her. This is not like with Falcon Winter Soldier and with WandaVision. Like those are concrete characters we already know. They've had costumes beforehand. We don't know what her pre-costume looks like before we get to that.
Yeah, we do.
Do we?
Yeah, we do. Because that's what kept popping up. I had to search this like 12 times. Her pre-costume before this, which is atrocious, which is very much more like a mix of like Captain Marvel and stuff. I would have to look up.
It's a wannabe Captain Marvel costume.
Yeah, it's a wannabe Captain Marvel. Here, I suppose. This is her prior costume.
See, I like that though.
Well, I just kind of wish this is the only costume that we knew, and so the redemption from this, which is atrocious, could be,
It's also just a set photo, Jacob. For all we know, we could actually really like the costume in context.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be the case. I'm just gonna point this out. I much prefer all this stuff much more. This is much more Kamal.
Also, it looks like it's going to be in context with current times.
Oh no, this is just because they were filming. You mean the mask and stuff? There's other images where they don't have it on. It's just because they were filming.
But her costume looks sick. She looks really good. It's a good way to start the Young Avengers too.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a lot of characters in the Young Avengers. The Young Avengers pretty much deserves their own personal thing.
I know you want it to be somebody else, but I think Miss Marvel will be the one to kick off the Young Avengers thing. I don't think it's going to be Kate.
It really, once again, just depends on who gets there first.
Are you kind of upset that we've seen so much from everybody else except for Hawkeye? Like we've seen.
I mean, Hawkeye also has other stuff. Do you want to look at Hawkeye or something?
No, it's just we've heard more about Moon Knight, She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, Secret Invasion, more so than Hawkeye. I wonder why they're keeping Hawkeye such a secret. Something's going to happen in Hawkeye that they don't want anybody to know. You know what I mean? They've been very open with everybody else.
See?
But yeah, that's it, though. We only know about the train scene and them being together in her costume.
Well, I read the comic book, which is phenomenal.
It's so good.
Highly recommend. A lot of this does take place indoors. In their defense, they chose a very good comic to adapt because there's not a lot of this. Mm-hmm. There's more of like
we have seen what Jeremy Renner's new outfit looks like. He's getting a more comic accurate outfit in the show.
And I really like it. This is probably my most anticipated Marvel show.
Behind Falcon Winter Soldier was Hawkeye for me.
I mean, it went WandaVision, then Hawkeye.
That's okay.
But obviously, Hawkeye.
Hawkeye
is rumored to debut in December. So
it'll be the December one.
we'll see what happens with
so
that.
where was Marvel be at? Because she's supposed to be in 2021 too.
Miss Marvel was supposed to be in August or September, somewhere around there.
Give it to August because something happens in September for Marvel. So let her have August and then Shang-Chi in September, then nothing in October, and then November would be
Eternals,
and then December Spider-Man. Again, why?
Very busy.
What was the big deal about moving Black Widow? It didn't affect anything. Nothing. They're still going to cannibalize everybody.
They could have just moved up stuff. Put more stuff in and move more stuff up.
There is something on here that we haven't talked about yet. Jacob, I'm so sorry.
What do you mean you're so sorry?
I'm so sorry.
So sorry,
Morbius got delayed again.
No, it did not.
Yes.
I feel like you're just fucking with me now.
No.
I'm looking it up. Morbius. Never. Into that. Oh, what? No! No! Why? Stop it!
It's slightly though. It's just slightly.
I don't. Why a week later? What's the point? I'm so mad right now. I'm so disappointed in myself and life. Now, on other news, Sony did move up Escape Room 2.
Yeah.
Whatever. They're not playing the trailer right now. I really get that mad. And then I think that's it. So yeah. Okay. Let's move. Oh, you know what we can play? There's actual movies playing in the multiplex.
Jacob, I know what you're going to say. I'm going to look at you right now and be straight with you. I don't want to start it until we can be concrete about it.
We can. Yeah, we can play approve or disapprove.
Really? Morbius says otherwise.
Morbius was in January of next year. We weren't going to get to it anyways. All right. Where are we going next? We talking about that. Oh, Color Indiana Jones. We're just talking about a whole bunch of casting shit right now.
Olivia Colman?
No, not Olivia Colman.
I thought she was.
No. This is oh my god, Flabbergaster.
I get your flabbergasted, but who's playing it?
Yeah. It starts with an F. A Fleabag.
What
is your name?
Phoebe
Waller-Bridges, and then also
Mads Mikkelsen,
who's supposed to be rumored the villain. She's going to play the female lead against Harrison Ford, and then Mads Mikkelsen is supposed to be the villain
for a film that we might not see the light of day of.
Oh, whatever. I just want to say we got some more casting, which means and it's also supposed to start filming, I think, in 2 months or something like that. So it's going to get right underneath the way. It's supposed to come out next year, if I'm not mistaken.
In May.
Yep. So I'm sure we're all fine. Moving on.
Can I ask you a question, though?
Sure.
Are you even remotely excited for an Indiana Jones 5?
No, but people are, so we got to talk about it.
I'm just curious.
Shazam has its gods.
It has its weird gods.
2 gods, when there's supposed to be 3.
But it's weird.
But it's fine. So that is Lucy Liu. And
Dame Helen Mirren.
And Helen Mirren. It's an interesting little duo.
It's an interesting combination.
But also it makes me extremely excited. So like I'm not
excited for Shazam 2. I was already excited for Shazam 2. But now I'm just like, can Shazam 2 get here any quicker though? Like, why are you fast tracking all the other movies? Like, get to Shazam.
Yeah, I don't know. I really liked it.
I love Shazam.
Shazam, once again, I will say, has the only moment I've ever seen in film where I thought a character could fly.
It's so...
And I'm not talking about when he's actually flying. When he is training to fly, it's one of the most realistic training sequences I've ever seen in my life.
Emmy
agreed.
Oh,
it's over there.
Oh, I see the little cheek. There you go. Okay.
It's just there. All right. Move it on.
Why don't we move on to that long one?
No. We'll keep that one in a minute.
I'm so happy about
Zachary,
this.
I don't know any of those.
So Adam Wingard, who directed Godzilla vs. Kong beautifully, is continuing on with the MonsterVerse. We don't know what the title is, but right now we're just saying it's going to be Son of Kong. So I have questions. We now know in continuity there are no other giant apes
that we know of
to be done with. So, how?
Well, I started thinking about this, and maybe they're going to go a Jurassic Park kind of way of this, and they make one. They give him friends.
They make a genetic hybrid.
They make him friends.
Because that'll go
very
well.
And then Kong, because he's super duper excited and probably very horny. Let's get real here. He hasn't fucked a lot. He has a baby with a genetic mutant. And that baby is still Kong.
Or they can just make a tiny baby version of Kong without the mother, be a genetic hybrid.
No, I don't want that.
Hang on. Let me finish.
I don't want it. I like my version better.
Let me finish.
Let Kong be in love, Zachary.
No.
Yes.
No.
No. Bye. We're moving on.
Hang on. They've taken DNA from Kong. They inject it into.
No, hate it.
They create a baby Kong.
Hate it.
This baby Kong is kind of flabbergasted because he doesn't have a mother. But all he sees is Kong. He's like, okay, so you're my dad. And so it's Kong's journey to train him. Hey, we get more Hollow Earth, therefore I'm happy.
It would be so much more funnier if he thought it was his mom. I'm just saying. And then we teach it sign language. It's like, mom. And Kong's like, no, dad. And then he's like, no, mom.
And the little girls are like that. You have problems.
Well, actually, the little girl would be much older because this would we're assuming would be. Yeah.
We don't know how far it's going to be.
She could be dead.
But here is where I'm nervous. I'm happy they're continuing MonsterVerse. Don't get me wrong. But there are so many other fantastic monsters in the kaiju world. It doesn't have to be Godzilla or King Kong every time. Because clearly, Kong makes more money. I get that. But Godzilla, let the lizard take a nap. Do somebody different next. Like, go ahead and do Kong. But let the next one stay Kong. Like, we know that there is a Mothra egg that survived in King of the Monsters. Let it be a Mothra movie. I want to see you like the butterfly. Let it be a Mothra movie.
I mean, it was fine.
I just want something else. It's like my whole DC thing. Like, they're always focused on Batman and Superman. Now they're just focused on Godzilla and Kong.
I'm just gonna be honest with you. And the only answer I can really give you is an answer.
You can't be money wise because Godzilla didn't make enough money to grant it.
They sell. And no matter how horribly Godzilla did, Godzilla 2 did, Godzilla versus Kong did beautifully. And so ultimately all the
superior character.
It does not matter. That doesn't matter. They're going to read the title Godzilla versus Kong and be like, they're both hits. Let's move forward.
But I want other monsters.
I'm sorry, just not happening, Zach.
You don't want other monsters.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I'm not going to hope for things that don't happen. We've been down this road. It's not fun. Let's move on.
But how do you call this a universe when it's just two creatures? And it's the same humans every time.
We've had many different monsters.
Yes, we have. We've seen many different monsters.
Yes, so I would call this a monsterverse.
So why can't we follow other monsters?
I don't really want to.
This is not a monster versus Kong. This is what the universe is called. Godzilla versus Kong. That's it.
Okay, let's move on. Zachary's getting a little aggressive over there. And
No, doing a universe is to expand, give more characters, give
so
more
the Flintstones sequel.
This is not a sequel. This is a television series on Fox.
No, it is a sequel though. It's going to be taking place after
this sounds stupid.
Well, I don't know. Okay, let's not judge it so harshly. We don't even know. Okay, gosh dang it, Zachary. Wow, damn. See, every time I mention Elizabeth Banks, he gets really little angry over there.
No, I don't think she's horrible.
I don't know. That's
just
the vibe.
Projects she has chosen have not really reflected her very well in her career. Brightburn.
Yeah, Brightburn was a movie she did before.
Power Rangers. I love Power Rangers. She's the worst part of the movie.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that.
And also her past two directorial debuts really weren't great.
Are you what?
I'm being on.
You've never seen Charlie's Angels. You can't. No, you have not. And do you know how I know you have not?
How?
Because we talked about it in length. Because I was like, oh, we should watch Charlie's Angels. And you're like, I'm never watching that. And that was just like a few weeks ago.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Because I was like, we should watch it.
No.
I was totally down to watch it. Yeah,
No.
He's lying. I know he's lying. So that's okay. What's the other one?
Pitch Perfect 2.
3.
2.
She directed 3 as well. So that would have been.
No, she didn't direct 3.
Yes. Did she not?
No. She only directed 2.
Hold on. We'll find out. Because guess what? I have it pulled up right here. Oh, you're right. Tristy. Who is that? Now I'm curious. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on.
But she directed Pitch Perfect 2.
I really liked Pitch Perfect 2. It wasn't like the best sequel ever, but it wasn't horrible.
But why would he?
I also really liked.
But why do we need
Angels?
But why do we need? Why doesn't it need Pebbles? If we're gonna do Flintstones, give me the Flintstones.
We already did the Flintstones.
But I want. If you're gonna do Flintstones, do the Flintstones. Don't just do one thing about one girl.
Well, I'm sure the other people will show up too, Zachary.
we're finally getting into this age where we can start seeing all these different iterations of these things. And we already have great, from what we saw from Space Jam, great CG rendered models of all the Flintstones. If you're going to do something with the Flintstones, do a cartoon. You're mentally restricting yourself of a live action one. Because this show is going to cost a lot for Fox to make because it's set in the dinosaur world. You're going to need dinosaurs around her.
Yeah, but it's not live action.
Yes, it is.
No, it's animated.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am positive. It's animated. She's voicing. She's voicing Pebble Flintstones. It's animated.
Show.
I mean, it's going to be on around the same time as like
Family Guy
and stuff.
So it's going to be an adult show.
So
they're doing an adult version of Scooby-Doo.
Well, I can point you there. It's actually really disturbing. But I can get the audience behind it. And I have talked highly about how I would love a live action adult rated R Scooby-Doo movie. So no, I don't think it's that bad of an idea. Scooby-Doo writes itself as a rated R. I'm sorry.
Flintstones doesn't.
I didn't like the Flintstones, so
it's how I feel about Powerpuff Girls and how I feel.
Oh, that's something I'm like real behind. And casting does it. Powerpuff was horrible, and then they casted 3 amazing leads, and I was like, okay, I'll watch.
I hear about a Bedrock show. I hear about Flintstones again. Like, that's awesome. You get her.
I like Elizabeth Banks.
I'm going off previous projects right now, and the projects she has picked over the past couple of years have not been the greatest. You can agree with me on that.
I really liked her in Miss America. I thought she was phenomenal in that. I really liked Charlie's Angels. Yes, Brightburn was horrible. I liked the Lego Movie 2 parts I saw. I didn't see the whole thing. I will put that out there. Everybody part of Halftimers talked about how they disappointed themselves by being a part of that. Pittsburgh 3 was fine. Wet Hot American Summer 10 years later was cool. I enjoyed Power Rangers. What are you talking about here, Zachary? I like her list.
You didn't like Power Rangers?
I love Power Rangers. It's a great film.
I try to get you to watch that constantly. You never want to.
Yeah, it's a grunt, and that was good enough for me. I like Magic Mike XL. I like Pitch Perfect 2. I like Targain's Mockingjay Part 1 and Part 2.
You're just going to keep fighting me. It's okay.
I'm just, you said, look at the things and tell me if you like them. I read them. I like them. I don't know what you want.
But I don't feel like you're going to give 2 shits about this show when it drops.
No, I'm sure me and Mom will probably watch it.
If the animation style is anything like Family Guy, then we're going to know about the show, about what the show's going to be like going into it.
Yeah, I really hope the animation style is very much similar to the original animation style.
It won't be.
I really hope so.
That is asking way too much right now because you're asking about a 2D shell shaded show that has to be drawn picture by picture by picture to do that when it's so much more easier to do it the Family Guy style.
Yeah, but not everything is done by the Family Guy style, though.
But that's my point. If you're going to do something animated with Flintstones again, try to be a different and original, but they won't do that. They want to be safe and stick with what they got right now. I would not be shocked if Seth MacFarlane is not a producer on this show.
Okay. Did not realize I was going to be stepping on some toes. I stepped on some real big toes. So let's just move on.
You stepped on a toe because you call it a sequel. It's not a sequel.
It is a sequel. In all the trades reports, it's a sequel.
That makes no sense.
She is in her 20s. It is taking place of the finale of Flintstones when Pebble is older. So yes, Zachary, it is a sequel.
We're talking about the cartoon, right?
Yes, the cartoon, yes.
Not the movie?
Not the movie, the cartoon.
Well, then this sounds fine.
My God, I just want to punch him. I want to punch him so hard.
You weren't very specific in your thing.
Well, obviously, you didn't know.
People either go to the cartoon or movie. You have to be specific.
If this is animated, do you really think they're going to go off the movie?
They've done that before.
They have not.
Yes, they
name
have.
one thing.
They've done stuff.
Name one. I want a title. I'm not moving on until you name one.
Why?
Because you're very certain
The
about.
Mummy had a cartoon based off the movies.
Okay, hold on. How the fuck do you spell Mummy?
Right there.
This thingy?
Yep.
All right, let's see what's about. Set 1 year at the okay, there you go. Happens once in a blue moon. Get over yourself, Zachary. How do you know about this? On a side note. What a niche little title for you to pull out of your ass right at the last minute.
Thank you.
That didn't answer any of my questions.
It's okay. Mortal Kombat had a cartoon based off the movie.
Not a cartoon.
Yes.
They had a TV show.
No, they had they had a cartoon of Mortal Kombat.
No, you're
Absolutely.
right. No, you're right.
Yeah.
No, you were right.
Thank you. And that's the animation style that they will not do.
Yeah, I'm sure they will.
No.
I think this would be great.
No.
Cool. Good for it. All right, we support. All right, Evil Stepsister movie with Kristen Wiig. Now, I specifically picked this story because one,
I don't know.
We really need to watch Barb and Star. That's something we should. Oh, sure. We should watch Barb and Star.
Why?
We should just. I feel like it would be a good time. I feel like that's a good journey to go down. And so when I see it at the library again, I'm gonna bring it home and we're gonna go down that journey together.
Should Mom watch it with us?
No, she doesn't really. She doesn't like Kristen Wiig.
I feel like you and Mom are so opposite when it comes to people.
Sometimes, yes. So Kristen Wiig and her co-star from Barb and Star, whoever that is,
are playing the Evil Stepsisters in Disney.
I don't know if they're playing them or if they're producing it. I don't know if they're actually going to be playing them, but they produced this as well. Barb and Star go to Visa d'Amour, which is doing phenomenal. I mean, this movie
trailer when that first came out was like a piece of shit.
This movie is basically what got the Evil Stepsister movie greenlit, just because how well this movie did well. So, Kristen Wiig and Annie Maludo. I don't know who this woman is. Do you know who this woman is?
No.
Vicky. Yeah, I would have to look up at like something specific. It doesn't matter though. Oh, Barb. Isn't she the one who she's working out with?
I think so.
Okay, not important. It's not important. Either way, they're so comedic, so great when in this movie that they got Evil Stepsister movies. So this is coming off the reigns of Cruella and Maleficent. And so they're gonna make a movie.
What a track record.
Maleficent is a masterpiece. The sequel is questionable, and we haven't watched Cruella, so I can't judge it yet.
Did you watch the clip?
Hey, the movie itself looks great.
Did you watch the clip?
I don't watch clips, Zachary. I'm gonna go see the movie. Why would I watch a clip for something I'm already gonna go see?
I'm just being honest here. They released the clip. You know when Cruella does her dress thing, she escapes. This is Emma Thompson.
Don't tell me. I'm gonna go see it. I don't want to know.
It's not what
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
I'm not excited about Cruella anymore.
That's fine, Zachary. Wow, one single clip takes a lot to get him off of things.
It's an actual piece of the film.
And I'm just saying, it's like 50 seconds.
And if Emma Thompson's performance is like that, no thank you.
Okay, well, Zachary's just not liking women today. I'm kidding. It was a joke. They know I'm joking. That was my joking voice. Don't take it so seriously. Jesus. Okay, let me read what this is about. It's described as a fairy tale musical comedy that reimagines the Cinderella classic from the point of view of her infamous evil stepsisters and why they're going to cut off their heels. It's a very big part of the Grimm fairy tale. Probably not.
So that be a no.
I'm just saying, it's really interesting. Spanning from their early childhood to the marriage of their universally beloved stepsister and beyond, we follow Anastasia and Drizella terminating as they struggle to uphold their family legacy. As a pair, Wiig and Maw were nominated for Best Original Screenplay Oscar for penning the movie Bridesmaids. They, I think, are writing it, but I don't know if they're starring. I don't think they are. They're producing it, and they...
To me, the only reason this sounds remotely interesting is because Kristen Wiig is writing it and is producing in some way, shape, or form. And whenever Kristen Wiig does a really good job in producing and writing, it really works. I will fight anybody for tooth and nail that their version of Ghostbusters. If you really like it, add it from a non-canon version of Ghostbusters. Their movie's actually quite good. And the camaraderie between all four ladies, which is written a little bit by Kristen Wiig, is very well done.
Either way, but that's your opinion. You know, just believe how I really like Charlie's Angels. You know, by Elizabeth Banks. Just saying. Just putting that one out there. Either way, moving forward, Zachary, you can talk about this.
I feel we both have an opinion about it.
My opinion is I'm kind of over it. So you can talk about it.
So, Warner Brothers, get up.
No, you're talking. I can't exactly just put the camera on you.
Warner Brothers. You have such a good thing going for you, you know. Godzilla vs. Kong, such a big hit. Mortal Kombat, doing decently at the bar now. Decently. And you get off to such a strong start in March with Zack Snyder's Justice League.
We actually have no idea how well it did.
It doesn't matter. If we're going
we can't say strong start if we don't know.
It's a strong start for the fans. People, everyone that we've talked to have universally either really liked it or loved it.
Continue.
Anyway, you've gotten off to such a good start with people, starting high. And then you do that. You put out a 4K trailer for Justice League, but not the Justice League everybody likes, the one everyone from directing to producing, the writing, the acting, everyone hates. That's the trailer you put out for. And the trailer doesn't even represent the movie you're showing.
Is it pretty?
No. Jacob in 4K, that red sky? No.
I mean, did you watch it on 4K?
Yes.
Okay. Well.
No. It just, I get it. You guys want to move on now that you've given us greatness. I get it. But you don't have to be dicks about it. And they were dicks about it. They didn't have to. And they released it almost a month to the date.
They did release a month to the date.
For Zack Snyder Justice League. So, yeah. It's stupid. It's stupid. I hate it. I watched Zack Snyder's Justice League the day it popped out just in spite of the trailer.
Well, my personal opinion about this, and I'll continue saying it, is that obviously Warner Brothers is saying this is dead. That's fine. It's what we want, but we have to move on. We have to prevail. So guess what we're going to do? Everyone, don't unsubscribe from Warner Brothers, but go subscribe to Netflix and watch the shit out of Zack Snyder's new movie. Even if you don't like zombies, check it out.
Watch it. It was how it was with with the tweet. Everybody has to get on board with it. If you want Zack Snyder to continue on, do what we did for Justice League, guys. Just watch the shit out of it.
Yep. All right, Zachary, you also know more information about this, so you can take the lead.
So about a month ago, was it a month?
I don't know.
Closer to a month ago. They released one story was released, and then another story happened after that. So the first story was with Sony and Netflix came to a deal to where any movie coming out after theaters will go right to Netflix. That was the original deal between Sony and Netflix. Disney came in and said, well, we want some of that action with the MCU stuff. And so moving forward after a year, I think after the first half of 2022, all superhero Disney projects involving Sony and Marvel will be going over to Disney Plus, and anything after the fact will be going to Hulu. So like Jumanji, all those types of films will be going over to Hulu afterwards. So they will not be staying on Netflix for long. It won't be a full-time deal. This is confusing because to me, this is just.
Can you talk about this? I'm gonna go see something.
Okay. To me, this is just now the clear-cut sign that Disney is inches away from buying Sony. It just.
Sorry, it's just so funny.
It's the truth. If Disney is willing to continue to work with Sony, they are just inching away at buying Sony. I think it's going to happen. I think by 2023 we'll know whether or not it's going to happen. But that's just how I feel.
Which is very valid in your own opinion and point.
Thanks for laughing at me. I appreciate it.
I try. To make you feel as welcome as possible. I do. I put my best foot forward every single time. My best foot is forward.
What do you think, Jake?
No, I think you have a point there. Even though I was laughing at it. My point being is that I think they're inching closer and closer, not to buying Sony,
but to getting their Spider-Man.
To get back their characters.
You can never tell with the mouse.
I'm just saying. Sony is doing just fine, Zachary. Yeah, their stock is actually the highest.
Who's released more movies in the past year?
But I'm gonna tell you why they haven't released any movies. It's because Sony is so loaded with cash, they physically don't have to. Disney is doing so horribly that if they don't put out movies, they're going to go bankrupt and somebody can buy them. So yeah, I think Sony is doing just fine, Zach.
I think by 2023, Disney will buy back Spider-Man.
Yeah, that I think I'm not disagreeing. All right. And lastly, before we jump into Falcon and Winter Soldier and some, I don't know, we'll see if we get there or not.
Why is it important Gemma Chan's Leave Eternals?
Hold on, I have a Pacific window. Gemma Chan Eternals. All right, that's what she supposedly is going to look like. It's really pretty. It was announced a few weeks ago.
Jacob.
No, I know I'm wrong. So
that
I know.
That picture, Jake, is from the last night.
No, I know. I was joking.
Okay, good, because that's not from.
Yeah, I know. I was joking.
Don't confuse the people with the crap film with the Eternals. Jacob, the Chloe Zhao, how dare you?
So, Gemma Chan was announced by Kevin Feige as the lead in Eternals. This took a lot of people by surprise. And I think the biggest thing to take out of this is one, it's going to be amazing having two Asian lead films from Marvel back to back.
That's exciting.
Phenomenal.
Gemma Chan was in Captain Marvel already as a character.
But Gemma Chan, as in Captain Marvel, did look like this. You know?
Uh-huh.
So, like, there is a difference. One, you can actually see what she looks like. Two, she's under body paint. Like, hardcore body paint. Like, if you told me that was Gemma Chan, I wouldn't even tell you. Even her voice has a modulator on it in the movie. So I think that's fine. I can see where people are a little concerned. not saying it's not valid.
We're all glad that you see it.
I just don't think it's important. I love Gemma Chan. Everything I've ever seen her in, she's always been phenomenal. Great actress. I think just the important part here is the fact that everything going on in the world that Marvel's putting their trust behind. One, an Asian director. Mm-hmm. And two, an Asian lead. Two Asian leads. Two Asian directors for two big projects. I mean, Eternals isn't like this like small little thing like Shang-Chi is, or Shang-Chi is.
Eternals is now on everybody's radar simply because of what happened at the Oscars. You don't just tell anybody now that it's Chloe Zhao directing the Eternals. It's Academy Award-winning director Chloe Zhao directing the Eternals.
Second ever woman to win an Oscar for director. First ever woman of color. That right there is so wrong, but also so awesome. So awesome.
God, the Oscars got a lot right.
Well, we'll talk about the Oscars. They got so much wrong. Like, so much wrong.
Glenn Close twerking.
Just so much wrong. Just Sia opening the show with interesting comments about people with autism. So interesting. What a little time to be apart. Either way, that's why I think it's important. Yeah, I'm really happy. It's not like they're going to be like, oh, it's what's his face from Game of Thrones,
yeah,
or Angelina Jolie, or something under those lines. I'm really it makes me excited.
For me, it doesn't change my mind either way because I thought for the longest time Salma Hayek
was the lead. which I don't know.
I would have, but still a person of
color. No, I agree. I totally agree.
It didn't bother me.
But Salma Hayek, I think, what is a better actor here? And I'm just gonna.
I think Salma Hayek's a really good actress.
I'm not saying she's a bad actress. I'm just saying the level of quality of acting is certain for certain movies. For this movie, I was a little shocked that she was a part of it. That's all I'm gonna say.
There's more there.
I don't know. Like, I just think of her as more like a B movie. And that's not to her, because I've seen her in A movies. I just don't think she runs as well. But I really like her movies. Like, for instance, Hitman's Bodyguard, which Zachary has not seen, which disturbs me, but he would love that film. But that's besides the point.
I watched the trailer for the Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. You need to watch Hitman's Bodyguard.
That right there is a B movie action film. And it's phenomenal. And she's phenomenal in it. There we go. Let's move on. Okay. Well, it's up to you, Zachary. You have two choices. Mm-hmm. We can either talk about the trailers that came out, or we can do approve or disapprove.
What about Falcon?
No, that we'll do. You one or the other, and then we'll go over the Falcon.
What trailers dropped again?
Well, we have Shang-Chi. We have I actually don't know, which is probably not really good for the trailer standpoint. Just to put that one out there. Luca, which obviously I blocked, so like that doesn't even play in my head anymore. Let's see here. Tomorrow we got teaser, which I also kind of forgot about. West Side Story, which I didn't watch.
So
I think this just answered all the questions. The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. Mainstream.
Okay, okay. We can talk about one trailer. The rest of it, clearly, you and I have no shits to give.
I mean, Mainstream looked pretty good. Conjuring looked pretty good. Obviously, I didn't watch this specific trailer, but In the Heights. But In the Heights looks good.
In the Heights always look good.
Luca.
I think that little movie right there, Vivio.
Mm-hmm.
That movie looks adorable.
I didn't watch it. So
it's from Lin-Manuel Miranda. He's doing the music for that one.
Yeah, I figured as much. All right, well, let's talk about Shang-Chi and the Legends of the Ten Rings.
The Mandarins never looked better.
Which has been confirmed that he's not technically...
He's the Mandarin.
The Mandarin, he's an actor that they created specifically for the movie who is under the alias of the Mandarin.
So, again, I will say, the Mandarins never looked better.
Yes, I mean, technically, you can call this the Mandarin, but it's...
No, if you tell me right now, he's a fake Mandarin. He's
but
not
also, isn't it a little weird that the backgrounds look oddly similar?
Because the Ten Rings have been around since Iron Man. They're the one that captured Iron Man, Iron Man 1. They were there for Ant-Man.
Damn. Fuck you, Marvel.
They've been here since
2008. So good. You're
so that's why it looks so familiar, Jacob. The Ten Rings have been around for a while.
I'm not talking about the Ten Rings.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the background. The one single background that we see the Mandarin in the clear shot in the trailer looks so much like the background of the Mandarin in Iron Man 3.
Yes, because he was supposed to act behind it. The Ten Rings hired him. Whatever.
Not really. I don't know if I believe that.
Yes, they did.
I don't really believe that, but that's fine.
Iron Man 3. They hired him to do it.
Okay, hold on. You know what we do here. You know how we play. You know how we play this game. We come up here to Google, who we just adore. Google is my friend.
You really don't remember this?
Iron Man 3 is a little bit
great movie.
Is a little blocked. So it's in there, but it's like not in there. And
Trevor.
We're gonna type in the 10 rings. 10 rings Marvel Cinematic Universe. Thank you. Terrors are dedicated, destroy the world. And appearances. Alright. But that's Trevor. Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
There you go.
Trevor was hired.
I get it. It's fine. We don't need to talk about it anymore. What did you think of the trailer? Tell me about the.
She looks fucking sick.
It blew me. I don't know if it's because my expectations were low, because they were low, but it did blow me out of the water. Like, that trailer did not need to come as hard as it did, and I'm just not disappointed.
That final shot of him doing the double punch, double kick. We make a great team. She looks so good in the movie too.
Yep. I don't know. I'm very curious, personally, because I'm curious to see how well this will do.
I'm excited.
Either way, I think it looks phenomenal. I cannot wait for it. I think the graphics look.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Without seeing the Marvel logo in front of that trailer, does it look like a Marvel movie to you at all?
Yeah, it does.
To me, it doesn't.
Feels very Marvel.
To me, it doesn't. That's why Doctor Strange works so well for me. That's why Ant-Man works so well for me. Winter Soldier. They don't feel like traditional Marvel movies. I like the concept of those being like otherworldly or different types of film. Because Winter Soldier is a spy thriller. Doctor Strange is a mystical arts movie. I don't think this is a good idea because, again...
We're only talking about May, Zachary. Nothing in May is moving because everything in May
is concrete.
Has a streaming platform. It's going to. There's nothing in here that truly does not have a streaming platform. That's not until like August is when we get movies that don't have streaming platforms. Everything in here is fine. I am more than positive all these movies will come out.
Wrath of Man's going to theaters.
Yeah. It's going to be popping up on streaming in 17 days because it's a Universal film.
Oh.
Yeah. Everything in here is either going to streaming or is that we're fine. Okay. Let's approve and or disapprove because I just want to do it. It's been so long. My fingers are aching for it.
All right.
Sorry. Okay. We're talking about May. There are 4 weekends in May. One of these weekends is very personal for Zachary. And
the one, the 21st.
He's getting neutered. I'm really good at my jokes today.
I don't agree with you at all.
Oh, we are going to be watching a movie later where we do see a man get neutered.
Jesus.
I'm kidding. It doesn't happen, that one. The other one I was going to choose, it did happen, though.
Again, sweet Jesus.
But don't worry. This
Anyway.
one does have gory violence. It's fine. All right, let's start with May. Yeah, that is the month. Ironically, this is coming out before the first weekend of May, so we're doing this on time. I'm sorry. I'm just super duper excited to be here.
What's the first film?
Okay, sorry. I got distracted. May 7th is the first weekend. The first movie is Wrath of Man, which I had no idea was a Guy Ritchie film until I saw it in theaters. And this stars Jason Statham, and I don't actually really know what this is about.
The plot follows H, a cold and mysterious character working for a cash truck company responsible for moving hundreds of millions of dollars around Los Angeles each week.
Well, there you go. I did not get that from the trailer whatsoever, but it's fine. I didn't watch The Red Band. Zachary did watch The Red Band. And I'm going to see this. So I guess I have to approve because I'm physically going to see it in theaters.
I want to see this so badly. I want to see this so badly. I want to see this. I want to see this. I want to see this.
Well, maybe you can tag on. We'll see. Okay, the next one what? Oh, we gotta talk about that. Whatever that is. We need to talk. This is why
it's from 2019 though.
Yeah, but it's getting its release now. Do you know how that works?
That's interesting. Okay.
But what starts mainstream? We do know what this is. We both know what this is, right? You watched the trailer for this one? This is the Andrew Garfield.
Oh, this looks.
It is a cautionary tale. 3 people struggle to pursue their identities as they form an electric within the fast-moving internet age. This stars Andrew Garfield, Maya Hawke, and Nat Wolff. And honestly, I do approve. I really like this trailer. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it though. And this will go straight to. I'm assuming this is a straight PVOD.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, now Zachary, do you want to tell me what Betty Loves You is? Because I'm just curious.
Jack, a man desperate to improve his life, throws away his beloved childhood plush Benny. It's a move that has disastrous consequences when Betty springs to life with deadly intentions.
And what is Betty Loves You premiering on? Oh, we have a trailer.
Oh, God.
Okay, is that Jack?
I'm guessing.
We don't need to watch that right now.
That looks mortifying.
You know what this is probably premiering on?
What?
Shudder. Shudder. This is probably premiering on Shudder. Let's take a look. See at the. Okay. To be honest with you, I would. Oh my God, I would watch this movie. I would watch this movie. No, I am going to watch this movie. This is a movie I have to watch. Oh yeah, Fright Fest. This is going to Shudder for sure. If this doesn't pop up on my Shudder,
we have the movie to watch together.
I mean, if you want to, we'll watch the trailer first, and then we can decide who's watching with who. All right. Well, Rosario Dawson, look at you go. Good for you. All right, May 14th. Goddamn, May 14th. I fucking hate you. I hate you so much. Every time I don't think there's more things coming out, there's more things coming.
To it.
It's a never-ending cycle. Either way, let's start. Zachary, do you want to say the first title?
Spiral.
Which is what?
The Book of Saul.
Thank you. What's that about?
The Book of Saul.
Who does it star?
Chris Rock and Samuel L. Jackson and another okay-looking sequel to Saul.
Hey, honestly, it makes me really uncomfortable thinking that I'm going to spend 93 minutes watching Samuel Jackson tore apart in the Saw universe, but also I'm kind of very excited for that moment.
I was so on board when the first teaser for this movie came out.
Oh, that's how a lot of people felt.
But the trailers after that, especially
the one trailer,
I love Chris Rock. He's one of my favorite comedians of all time. But the scene where he's yelling at his police crew, it's just not good.
But I really like this director.
I know, because you and I have.
No, he's from Saw. He's done a lot of. Now, in his defense, these are extremely B movie horror films. I would even call Saw a B movie horror film. Not the first one. I'm talking about all the sequels following.
He did one of our favorite movies ever.
I also very much enjoy that. It's part of a Repo. The Genetic Opera is a part of a whole series. It's the Devil's Carnival and stuff.
If you've never seen Repo, the Genetic Opera,
I'd look up the trailer.
Highly recommend.
I would still look up the trailer first. Mother's Day is a nice little horror. No. This makes me excited. No, I mean I'm already gonna go see this. I like Saw. I like seeing
I
people
like
with spice
Saw,
soup.
but it's that first teaser was so good, and
Yeah,
progressively the trailers got worse.
There's only one other trailer, so
but
it's
it
just,
got worse.
But here's the thing. I think everybody was like, oh, this kind of looks like a Saw movie, but it's not really a Saw movie, so we can get excited about it.
Yeah.
And then the second trailer, because
no, this is Saw.
everybody, oh shit, no, this is an actual Saw movie. I guess we can't get excited for it.
Well, can you blame them?
No,
the last couple of Saw movies really haven't been that good.
They were great. Saw is not based on story. Saw is not based on acting, even though I'm expecting better acting.
Are you though?
I am. Samuel Jackson.
Yeah, but Chris Rock.
Sometimes he's good, sometimes he's not. It could be a Batman and Robin situation.
How can you all get behind me when there's some guy out there killing people?
I thought it was fine, to be honest with you. But as long as the traps and stuff, and also I'm expecting there to be a pretty good twist in here, so I think that's also going to help. I'd also say if the reviews are really strong for it, it could make it. It could do really well. Yeah,
and it's only 93 minutes, so I mean, like, even if you have like an inkling to go watch it, it's not like you're wasting like a full day or half.
No, it's only like an hour and 20 minutes tops.
Jacob, it says 93.
Yeah, you cut out 10 minutes automatically for credits.
So why would you automatically make that an hour and 20?
Because you cut out 10 minutes. So sorry, an hour and 23 minutes. Are you happy that you got your extra 3 minutes of torture?
I'm still sticking with the time we have on there.
It's fine.
But here's the one I'm actually looking forward to watching.
So the next one, which is I wanted him to read soft, is Those Who Wish Me Dead, which is Angelina Jolie, Taylor Sheridan, Nicholas Hoult, John Barthol.
You're just saying all the right things.
I know I am. Literally everything I just told you. This is about a forest fire, which automatically speaks to my attention. The trailer was exactly what it needed to do. You saw the whole plot of the movie, which is exactly what this movie needed. This movie is not based off story. This movie is based off suspense. And it looks suspenseful.
So good.
Also, it's rated R, which just puts everything on top. It's just like it couldn't got better. And also, I saw this trailer played in front of Voyagers when I went and saw Voyagers, and it looked
awesome,
beautiful. Zachary, it's gonna be so pretty. I can't wait to watch Trees Burn in a movie format. In a movie format.
You have to remember how 2020 started.
That's what I mean. That's why this movie is kind of triggering, I'm assuming, for people, because like I would get that. I believe it. But I think this is approved for me.
Yeah.
I'm reading the book this month. I'm very, very excited about it. Cannot wait.
I haven't been this excited about Angelina Jolie project in forever.
Well, I think that's someone you can literally say her last 2 movies have been questionable.
Uh-huh.
So I think this is the perfect actress.
This is a redeeming for her. If it's good, it could lead to good things for her.
I mean, how could it not be good?
But
it's Taylor Sheridan, Angelina Jolie, Nicholas Hoult, and John Barthol. How is that not screaming? Like
a winning combo.
Wind River. I mean, I'm just saying. It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be good.
All right. Finding You also comes out, which is the love story one. I'll probably end up seeing that one as well.
Is that the trailer we keep seeing that has the story of my...
Yeah.
I'm so tired of that. Like you're like with you, Morbius. I'm tired of that.
Oh, I am beyond tired of seeing it. I'm hoping that it will pop up on PVOD. Above Suspicion, I won't lie, I've already seen. So I'm gonna give this a meh.
You've seen it already?
Yeah. I because I have a VPN, guys, which I highly recommend you guys go get if you're into movies whatsoever. This premiered in 2019. This is a 2-year-old movie.
Where'd you watch it on?
I watched it on Netflix in Bulgaria, and it was great. I mean, it's exactly what you think it's going to be, and that's all you really need. Profile is the one that you thought looked really good.
It looks like I have hated all these Zoom movies. They just...
You should watch Host and Terrify You. It's like 56 minutes long.
They've never appealed to me whatsoever.
Most of them are done in a horror fashion, though.
So interesting.
Did you watch the one about the
Searching?
Yeah,
I did.
Okay, we're just moving on. Keep talking about Profile.
This looks so good. I love the concept. I love how...
I don't know. There is a lot of tropes in here just by the trailer alone that are not my favorite tropes in a thriller. And so I'm a little nervous about it, but will I watch it? for sure.
That trailer kept my attention the entire time it was on screen.
I'd already seen it like 5 times, which is no one's fault. But I go to the movies a lot.
Yeah, you do.
So that's just my fault. Okay. And then, oh, look at you, Mad Milson. Another. I had no idea what that is. I remember watching the trailer for it, though, but I couldn't tell you what it is. Which take that as you will. Oh, also this weekend, because we have to talk about it, is the premiere of Zack Snyder's new movie. It comes out this weekend in theaters. 21st is when it premieres on Netflix.
I'd also like to point this out. This is a television show. It's not a movie, but it's approve or disapprove either way.
Do we approve Zack Snyder?
Yes, we approve Zack Snyder. This Thursday is the premiere of The Bad Batch.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Yep, we disapprove.
You can't say it until you watch it.
We are disapproving movies for we can't. This is the whole point of this, Zachary.
That's fair.
So I don't.
You're gonna watch it with me, though, aren't you?
I'm gonna watch the first 10 minutes and then decide if it's worth it. All right, May 28th. Nothing comes out the weekend. Zachary gets his leg chopped off. We have, which is not actually. I'm just really playing with him. He's having a very not so bad surgery. It's not going to take him that long to recover. He's gonna be just fine. You're welcome. I've been saying some mean things to you today. I figured you needed that. So May 28th.
Thanks.
You're well. It's not really that bad of a surgery. I just knew someone who went through the same exact thing.
Were they underneath the needle for 5 hours?
I actually didn't ask many questions. It disturbed me.
So
May 28th brings 2 movies. Two anticipated
I wonder
movies.
which one Jacob's more excited about.
Actually, it's both.
Come on.
Truly, though. Because here's the problem. I'm going to tell you this much. Cruella is fresh. A Quiet Place Part 2 was fresh last year. Like, what I mean last year.
This is when the pandemic really hit, Jake, when they canceled. You want to tell them the story?
Sure. All right, hold on. Zachary disapproves Cruella. He thinks she looks.
I'm meh.
I'm
meh.
Okay.
That clip didn't help, but I'm meh. I still think she can save the movie. I really do.
Did you not watch the trailer all about Emma Thompson?
No, I watched the clip with Emma Thompson.
Did you watch the trailer that was all about Emma Thompson?
No.
I'd highly recommend you watch that and see if you're down or you're not down. You'll know. I was down. I was like, yeah, you get that.
But she's so monotone.
Yeah, no. You should.
Go and get her.
All right. Either way, I approve Cruella. I love Emma Stone. I've been looking forward to this movie for like 3 years now, so I'm excited to finally see it come to light. A Quiet Place Part 2, however,
Here's the story.
hurt me. It physically, mentally taxed me. Well, the pandemic did it. It had no problem. So I bought I don't normally buy tickets in advance. You can ask Zachary. I don't tend to pre-order tickets.
He does it for certain films.
I do it very rarely. So I had pre-ordered tickets for 3 movies that were coming out last year. Only 3. A Quiet Place Part 2 was one of them. I was going to go see a double feature of A Quiet Place and A Quiet Place Part 2. It was going to be phenomenal. I could not wait. Literally. Or we'll get there.
Was I the one sending the information?
No, I don't think so. You might have. I'm not sure. The other movie that I pre-ordered tickets for was Fast 9, which I'll eventually end up doing again. And the last one was Black Widow, which I had pre-ordered. I think I paid for that whole weekend for Black Widow. Black Widow is the only movie that I was going to go see Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Which, just because I know I'm going to love it. There's no point for that one. A Quiet Place Part 2, I wanted to see it first to see it because the trailers were okay. Honestly, they look fine. It's not like it's like. I think Cruella actually looks a little better. Just playing that out there. But Quiet Place Part 2, the pandemic hit.
It hit hard.
It hit real hard. I went to the movie theaters. I was in the movie theater. I was there the last day. It was open. Literally the weekend later. Literally like 6 days later, I was supposed to be there again to sit down to watch A Quiet Place and A Quiet Place Part 2 because I was seeing it 2 weeks early from like everybody else because that's how my like advance tickets were wherever. And then I couldn't. And so I personally feel attacked. I'm sure other people do too. So I'm a little anxious about this movie. Am I going to go see it? You bet your fucking heart out. Will I love it? Yeah, probably. And also, it's a pandemic, so when I do go see it, it's gonna be quiet, and I can guarantee you that one. So that's good.
Just don't get a baby in the theater like we did for our
yeah, but that one it was so weird. I couldn't tell if it was actually there or not. But with A Quiet Place Part 2 as well, I think it'll be a fine. And also, it still scares me. When the noise hits every single time in the trailer, I still jump. So like, I have good hope.
Which one do you think will do well that weekend, Cruella or Quiet Place?
Well, Cruella has still yet to announce where it's showing. If it's not popping up in the theaters that originally weren't accepting Disney movies to begin with, then I have a strong feeling A Quiet Place will do better because it has a wider range.
Can I just say
and they're both PG-13.
Can I just say something real quick though?
Yeah.
This is the first weekend in almost a year where we have two competing films going back to back.
Well, also
from different companies.
Yes, also this is two different companies.
I mean two blockbusters. When you think of a summer movie blockbuster, I think of A Quiet Place and I think of Cruella.
How could you? No, you are. Yeah, please do.
We are both looking forward to Those Who Would Wish Me Dead very much, and you're looking forward to Spiral.
Mm-hmm.
I would consider Spiral a B movie horror film.
So
it's not what we call a summer blockbuster movie. It didn't cost. When I think of hang on.
No, I understand what you mean.
When I think of a summer blockbuster film, I think upwards of maybe 150 up.
Okay, well then A Quiet Place Part 2 definitely does not fall under that category.
But that's a summer that's a summer movie list, though. Those Who Wish Me Dead feels more like a niche film. It's a Ty Sheridan movie. It's a niche movie.
But it did really it trended the whole time the trailer dropped, Zach.
Never mind.
No, I get what you mean though. I do understand. I was curious to see how well Jigsaw did, which is the last outing from Saul. That's I was just curious. I wasn't trying to prove anything or whatever. So yeah, it did not do well. So you are more than likely 10 million. Okay, I guess in that regard, it did phenomenal. But in most regards, that's pretty bad, you know. Wind River did not do well. Wind River did horribly in theaters.
It's just when I think about summer movie blockbusters, I think more Cruella, Quiet Place over.
Does Spiral have a? No. I was like, does it? It does not.
I think more on that line. And
Spiral, by the way, for anybody who is curious, so Wrath of Man's Universal, so you can see it 17 days after if you don't go see it in theaters. Spiral will be on PVOD a month after because that's what Lion keeps doing. Those Who Wish Me Dead is HBO Max.
By the way, the other reason I'm saying that is also because both A Quiet Place Part 2 and Cruella are both PG-13. So that's where...
Yeah, there's also a bigger audience for that as well. The
audience is a lot bigger.
It will be on Disney Plus automatically, which you can buy for $30 if that is so what you do. I'm not doing it. It's going to be the first one.
And then no more than 2 months later,
you're
going to go against your wishes and say, here's $30.
Take it all you want. Please do. And then I'm going to pay them $30 again a month later so I can personally own it. So, yeah, I'm just paying a lot of money towards Black Widow. Black Widow is going to take a lot of my paycheck. That's fine.
Why are you going to buy it again?
Because we won't always have Disney Plus.
That's not even
we have no idea what we're going to be like 10 years from now. I want to own Black Widow. I will own Black Widow.
That's fine, but thanks for your hope with me.
No, I'm talking about in just life in general. Who knows what the world's going to be like? I can download that shit, and I can have that shit.
I pay Disney Plus a year. I don't worry about monthly things.
Yeah, it does not matter. I also want to be able to watch it on Prime. Okay? Sue me. And A Quiet Place Part 2, by the way, will pop up on Paramount Plus 90 days after its release in theaters.
Can I say something, though? Disney is the only company asking you to buy their films.
This is true. Everything else I just mentioned, I mean,
it's free.
Well, no, that's not technically the case.
You're paying for subscription.
Spiral, you have to pay $20 for 48 hours. Wrath of Man will also be a $20 for 48-hour rental. But Disney allows you to keep that film. I don't think it's really worth it, though, because they are putting the movies on PVOD just a month later where you can buy them. So I feel like if it wasn't, like if 3 months later, then they put them on PVOD, I think it would be more worth the price. No, you're paying $15 a month for shit you don't own. So take that in mind. All righty. Last but not least, we have two more stories. They're back-to-back, so we'll talk about them in equal regards. And Zachary, I want you to start this off. I did watch Falcon and Winter. I guess I do have a story to tell. Just like with good old WandaVision, I decided that I wanted to. If you guys did not know, last month was 420. 420 is my favorite holiday. It's been my favorite holiday since I was in 3rd grade. Don't ask questions you don't want answers to. And
I have questions I don't want answers to.
Exactly, so don't ask them. And so, since it's been my favorite holiday, I participated in it, but I was really busy on 420, so I participated on that Friday.
Just to reiterate, he forgot it was 420.
That's how busy I was.
We had to remind him.
That's how busy I was. I was like, I got him text messages like, it's 420 from like 6 people because it's very well known that's my favorite holiday. I was like, it is not 420. What are you talking about? It was just like St. Patrick's Day. I still believe we went through St. Patrick's Day. We did, but you could never have told me. I had no idea. What? Why the fuck did you just pinch me, bitch?
There you go, St. Patrick's Day.
Okay. Moving on and forward. So I watched the finale, stoned out of my mind.
Can I reiterate this real quick? Before that, we watched Willy Wonka the Chocolate Factory,
which it didn't affect me at all.
We all looked at Jacob and said, "We don't have to watch Falcon tonight." And you look at this with in complete content, like, I can do it. I'll be fine. As soon as Mr. Sam Wilson flies through the sky, Jacob's like, what show?
He's not wrong, though. I was perfectly fine. I was like, this is not even working. I was going to be like, I need more. Like, it's not hitting me right. Falcon Winter Soldier opens, and I was like, oh, no. But we were already watching it, and I'm not that person to turn it off because, like, I can watch it later. And it did take me a while. And also, reflects the TV show or not, to be honest with you. But I did once again rewatch it yesterday for this video specifically, and I fell asleep through it. And then I had to go back and watch what I had already watched.
Well, you were also really tired yesterday.
No, I know. That's why I said I don't really know if it reflects because I was just very tired.
Do you remember the episode at all now?
Oh, I do. We can have a whole conversation about it. It's perfectly fine. But first, let's talk about episode 5, which is the talking episode.
Which I know everybody doesn't like this one. From what I understand from fan-wise, everybody thinks this is the boring one of the 6.
I mean, it's an hour long. We only have one action sequence.
To me, this is the strongest episode of any MCU show of this point.
I mean,
to me, this is what WandaVision's episode 8 was. What the fuck was that?
I have no idea. That's why I wanted you to see it.
Was that Tim Curry?
No, that's not Tim Curry.
Oh, Tim Curry. Anyway,
it kind of reminds me of like a really, really bad Power Rangers.
Anyway, episode 5 starts off brilliantly.
The opening is very amazing.
With one of the best action sequences since the Civil War finale.
So
well done.
If we're going off by ratings from IMDb, most people preferred The Whole World Is Watching, which is the episode with the murder with the shield.
Which I get.
And then it would go Truth, which is the episode afterwards, and then Power Broker, and then One World, One People is tied with a few others.
But to me, I love the conversations that happened in Truth. I think the conversation between Sam and Bucky and how Sam is a better therapist to Bucky because he understands Bucky. And my favorite line is in the Truth episode, like, you weren't going after me. You were avenging something. You were avenging. You weren't getting revenge. You were avenging. And I love that because it's the truth. Bucky's entire process is not because he wants to get revenge on these people. He's avenging for what he did. And that's why it was so hard for him to go back and talk to the old man because he didn't want to face the truth of, that was me. And I don't want to accept that fate. And that, I think, is what finally took Sam to realize that he needed to take what was his that Steve gave to him.
That, and also the conversation with Isaiah, which we've had conversations about and stuff. I personally, and that's just because I've seen it, the conversation they've had, I've seen in comic book form, and it's gorgeous, and it's so sad, but it's so well done. That's the reason why I wanted to see it in live action, because it is so amazing. Horrible, but you get my point. Yeah. But I also understand where Zachary comes from, because Isaiah Bradley is played by a phenomenal actor.
Good.
He does a perfect job with expressing the emotion and making you feel exactly what you need to feel in that situation without a visual medium. I personally just would prefer to have seen it. And I know that the only reason why we didn't see it is because they didn't want to spend money on it.
Well, when we get to the other story about this, we could see a version of it if we talk about.
It's not DOA.
No,
but
there's a good chance we could see it again if we want to.
But we'll see.
But it's just when Isaiah says no one except the black man being Captain America, and no good written black man would want to be Captain America, is so powerful because you go, holy shit. All they ever see with Captain America is blonde hair, blue eyes, and white skin. They never can associate with anybody else.
Cara Lumby.
He is so fucking good in this show.
Which who I adore from many projects prior.
But we also know about his grandson, Eli, which he could technically show up in another project if they wanted to.
Yeah, Eli is definitely not gone. Eli is a very important character.
They wouldn't have brought him in unless they were not going to do anything with him.
I am slightly curious. I know we're just kind of talking around everything. It's just how this is probably going to be. That's fine. We don't need to go up, so we can just talk about what we want to talk about. No problem with that whatsoever. I do want to circle back around to the beginning action sequence, though, but we don't do that right now. I don't know if they're going to do Isaiah, Eli's storyline from the comics, how he becomes Patriot and stuff. I personally feel like because they're not doing another TV show, which we'll get to.
No. Feige said, depending on how the Emmys go, we could get a season 2 of Falcon and Winter Soldier. And
I say personally that because we're moving on to other things, I think we should just move on. I also really prefer these things as miniseries. Personally, in my personal opinion, that's how I feel. Is I think they should be miniseries because every story is continuing in a different way that we technically don't need a season 2. We'll see where we all circle back around, or maybe it's a few years from now. You know, we could circle back.
For me, it all depends on how the other story goes. Like if our next story goes the way I think it's going to go, it could lead into a
like I said, we just have to see how it circles. Either way, back to it's all about addiction and stuff. And so I just don't think, I think it'd be smarter just to make him have the super soldier serum because I think it's another interesting line. We've never seen what happens with a kid who is born with the super soldier serum in any type of medium, not comic books, obviously not the MCU. And because Isaiah is his grandfather, his mom, or it could have been passed down in some way, shape, or form. It's the MCU. Let's not take this, super literally with the science aspects of this. But you understand what I mean? And I think it could still be a very interesting story with having to deal with another extremely difficult conversation about steroids and addiction and that type of matter with something as kind of not so serious that is Young Avengers.
I think they should deal with it because of how they dealt with John.
No, I agree. And once again, I also think personally, and I agree, I think if you have the right team, you could be done really well, but it's such a thin line to walk. And it also depends on what they do with the Young Avengers, because I have a feeling that storyline won't be brought up until Young Avengers. If it's a TV show, then I think, we can explore some of this. I think
of any Avengers project going forward, Young Avengers, I think will.
I mean, they're all basically starting on a small screen.
I think they would fit very well to have the team start on Disney Plus to then be progressed up.
Yeah, the only one that's not starting on a small screen is Cassie.
Is Ant-Man 3, which is fine because she was introduced in the movies right before Disney Plus even was a thing.
Yep.
So therefore, she has the right to start off there.
But everybody else
is here, which is here. I think fits better for everybody.
No, I agree, and I personally feel like, because of the stories they're trying to tell and how complex some of them are and stuff, I think it would work better in a TV format. I also agree.
And for me, I think what fits best with this also is that if we like certain episodes directed by directors who worked on each show leading to Young Avengers, you can bring those directors back to work with specific character details for each character and make it overall work better, which is where I think Defenders, when they were doing it for TV for them, didn't work for Defenders because
they only brought over Daredevil's team
writers, and they focused solely on Daredevil.
Yeah, and every other character
Young Avengers at all
was really lacking, and that's why I don't know if bringing over the director is the right choice, but bringing over the writing team that worked on those characters.
Really likes Marvel likes the writing team for the show. Otherwise, they wouldn't have done what they did.
And so that's what I mean. So I think bringing over the writing team from WandaVision, bringing over the writing team from this,
Yeah.
and figuring out maybe they don't know how to mesh it, but maybe work together or something.
Well, that's also something interesting to know about is that Wanda's kids will be the second group of Young Avengers that get a movie shot before anybody else.
But they will pop up in the movies first. Well, they'll pop up in the movies second because they did originally pop up on Disney Plus.
But they'll be the first Young Avengers that we see in the movies because Ant-Man's not till 2023.
Yep.
So Wiccan and Speed will be the first two Young Avengers we see
in movies,
which is crazy
on the big
to think
screen.
about. That they transitioned from TV to film. I like that. That's cool.
And I think there's also something very interesting to play with because you don't want their powers to be too expensive.
No.
Because you do have to adapt them but WandaVision I think proved that it's you should be okay.
Do you think we'll get a young Loki for the Young Avengers at all?
Young Loki is rumored to pop up in Loki. So he's been rumored for a long time now.
He could technically be the god on the Young Avengers team if they wanted to. Because I don't think they're going to bring in Thor's daughter. I think that's too complicated.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Unless they have Thor and Jane have a kid.
I don't think it's going to happen. Because they're doing the Jane having cancer storyline. Yeah. I don't think they're going to bring a child.
Me, Thor's daughter is the weakest of the Young Avengers. Like they really
the version of Young Avengers that I like, she's not even on the team.
No.
So I don't care.
I'm solely going off of the Heroes of Tomorrow anime movie that they did.
Oh, no. I'm going off of a direct comic book. Yeah. So.
Who do you think will be the leader?
Kate is the leader. She's always been the leader. I mean, Iron Patriot, it's also not. Yeah, that's right. Has also been the leader in past. But it's I don't know.
Iron Patriot?
I don't think that's right. Iron
Patriot.
No.
Ironheart?
No.
Iron Lad?
Iron Lad. Thank you. I was putting names together. Iron Lad has been the lead before, but because I don't think they're going to put Kang in Young Avengers.
No.
Which is the only reason why you would bring in Iron Lad. I think it would be Kate Bishop as the obvious. That she is the oldest one out of the group.
Do we know how old Riri is yet?
I don't know. I also don't think Ironheart will be on the team.
She could be the Iron.
I don't think so. I could be wrong. Who knows depends on when Young Avengers is coming out will determine if.
It also, honestly, we keep talking about it. It also solely depends on whether or not they're doing Young Avengers.
They are. That was confirmed.
I haven't seen. Feige has not mentioned them once.
Yeah. He was on his big panel. He mentioned them. Yeah. We talked about it.
Young Avengers to me is a concept I think they're leading towards. Yes, it's a lot the Dark Avengers.
Yeah,
to me they're all just
Thunderbolts
things in the head.
Have not been mentioned because they were supposed to be mentioned. I won't spoil it here for people who don't want to know. It's something got moved, but just keep it in the back of your mind. Dark Avengers, that is completely a fan theory. Who knows if that will actually come to fruition.
And to me, that's the same thing with Young Avengers.
No, Young Avengers has been confirmed as a TV show.
But I don't want to get excited for the Young Avengers until they start concretely working on it. We have mentioned the kids, but there's no way of telling them they're going to bring them together or not right now.
I'm excited, and that's just it. And we're just back to Falcon and Winter Soldier. We got off on a tangent, which is fine. I want to jump back to episode 5's beginning opening sequence because it was by far my favorite action sequence out of the whole episode. I personally really did not like a lot of the action in the finale. I was somewhat disappointed with a lot of it. So I thought the action sequence between John, Sam, and Bucky was the best out of the whole TV show.
Did they break his arm?
It was phenomenal. It was everything I wanted. It was great. And I also just love how the show went there. They didn't hold back.
No.
They went there. And I think that's so important and so perfect because with WandaVision, you kind of got this feeling of like, this is dark. It's kind of scary, but it was very fun.
And even the fights in WandaVision, they held back.
It was very fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, that shot of her being almost dead is very haunting. Yes, but I get your point.
They didn't go. I think of the two, WandaVision could have gone farther when it came to what they were about the intentions. But Falcon and Winter Soldier, in the fight specifically, they went to places that I've never seen the Marvel do with at all.
I would say the ending of the episode 4 in that fight specifically, they went to places that
we've never seen before.
Yeah. Okay, so I loved it. Didn't you really like it?
No.
I liked the fact that his wings got ripped off. I liked the nod to the part that Hakeem would become his version of Falcon. which is a slight nod, so we don't know if it's confirmed or not. But I do.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping we get a confirmation about him.
I kind of hoped he would show up in the finale, but that's okay.
But now we have somewhere he could show up
Which
if they wanted to, which we will get to.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, the two most iconic shots of Falcon Winter Soldier happen in the beginning of episode 5. It is when they're all three on the ground after they hit John, and the shield's just in the middle between all three of them. Bucky is the first one to get up. He picks the shield up, and there's a ray of light that hits the shield, and he just drops. It's a recap of Civil War. Drops the shield in front of Sam. He walks away, and you get the great shot of Sam holding the shield, wiping the blood off of it. To me, that symbolizes that Sam is Cap, because he just realized, no, that this is a symbol of hope, not a symbol of death and of destruction. This needs to be better than what it was. And I love that, because it just shows that he's progressed from the beginning of the series, even from Endgame to that point. He just finally is accepting the fact that it's his, it's not anybody else's. And I love that.
Also, in episode 5, we did get the first mention of Valentina, or Val, which is played by...
No, you don't call her that.
I'm going to call her that. She's not here. No, she's not here. Julia Stryfer's character, who I thoroughly enjoyed. I thought it was phenomenal. This is also the episode where Zemo gets put off to the raft, which is real interesting. I really liked Florence Kuzambo's AO. I thought anything to do with all that, I thought was handled.
The whole discussion between Bucky and between James and Zemo, I thought was really nice, because Zemo's entire intent wasn't to kill anybody. He just, he wanted to see how things were going outside of the prison cell.
I also really liked the lines of, well, there's two moments in that specific thing that I really liked. Zemo saying, "I already crossed my name off your list." I thought was great. Then when Bucky's holding the gun and he's shaking, his hand is shaking. I also really, really liked, and I think Bucky, it was such great character development for both characters.
Mm-hmm.
Bucky's still in the gray line. We are pretty confirmed of where he stands, but we also don't know, and so it could be very interesting where they take him going forward. Mm-hmm. And Sam, eventually, we're talking about both episodes, becoming Captain America was, I don't think, could have done better if not done through a TV show.
If they would have done that in the movie, it wouldn't have felt earned.
Yeah, I agree.
Seeing him for the first time in the suit with the shield, it felt earned.
Also, just seeing him jump from Falcon to Captain America, like in a different movie, also would not have felt earned.
He earned the shield.
So, yeah.
And it just seeing it, by the way, fun fact. So at the end of the episode, we see it says Captain America and the Winter Soldier. It was supposed to originally say Captain America and the White Wolf. That was supposed to be the ending screen, but they thought it'd be, kind of poetic of it calling it Winter Soldier. And I think it is. It's beautiful. So I'm like, man, when you look at Captain America Winter Soldier now, it's such a different context. And it's brilliant.
So moving on to episode 6. There's a lot of other stuff that happens. There's a lot of montage sequences in episode 5.
There's shield porn in episode 5.
It is the best way. There's shield porn and obvious stunt doubles.
Oh, it's one of the best moments of the episode. By the way,
kudos
to that stunt double, man. That is one hell of a jump.
But his head is so big. When looking together, you're just like, are you sure
that wasn't Sam? Sam got taller with a bigger head. Okay, then.
Well, what an interesting choice. So, moving on to episode 6, I would say the most obviously annoying thing about this episode is the fact that they could not have painted a better picture that Sharon Carter was the power broker. It was hilariously
bad.
Obvious.
To me, unlike WandaVision, this finale has more misses than hits.
I agree.
Samus Cap is the biggest hit of the entire episode. He looks so good. His hero moments in this episode are fantastic.
One of my favorite shots of the whole TV show.
Him pushing up the car.
Nope.
Really? For me, it's when you see him push up the car for the first time, and you see like the jetpack behind him, just going da 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 da.
Oh, look at this shot!
It's
so beautiful,
gorgeous.
But my favorite shot is actually when he goes to protect the person on the bridge.
Oh, and he comes up,
and his shield pops out.
Yeah, right there.
What?
Up. That shot over. That one right there.
No.
That's when he pops up.
No. I'm talking about when the wings come over and they protect him.
And the shield's on top.
No. Not the shield. I'm talking about his wings being a shield for him.
Yeah.
And it makes not the actual like.
I know what you're talking about.
Are you okay? Continue going. I'll try to find it.
He makes the cocoon.
Yeah, the cocoon
with him and the guy in the shield. Oh, that's just that chef's kiss. That's gorgeous.
Yeah, in the cocoon. I just that was probably like one of my favorite shots of the whole episode.
But to me, they shouldn't have killed Carly.
I don't think she's dead.
They shouldn't have given us the fact that she could have died. Carly didn't need to die. She didn't need to be shot. The only reason she got shot was because Sharon didn't want her secret to get out.
No, she got shot because Sam was going to get shot. I think obviously there's a double-edged sword there. Yes, Sharon was like, bitch, no. I know you.
As she famously says now, I like getting double-crossed. Bye, Patrak.
But I also, which I loved, I was like, finally he's dead. But that's he's such a horrible actor. That's okay. Not everybody is a good actor.
Great fighter, though.
Great stuntman. That's why he was there, and that was the point, and that's all that matters.
Even though that fight was kind of lackluster.
Yeah, it was, whatever. Doesn't matter. I didn't like the editing.
And then the ADR of Sam saying au revoir.
Either way, not everything hit.
Like I said, more misses than hits.
But I really did like. But yeah, I think she got shot because she was also like, she's gonna shoot Sam. You know, Carly is not stopping. She will not stop. And so the only way to stop her is to shoot her because Sam can't physically take her down.
I didn't take it that way.
I took it that way.
The entire fight, Sam didn't throw a punch.
Yeah, because he didn't want to fight her.
He didn't want to fight her, yeah.
And so she wasn't going to stop. She was like, you're not going to fight me.
I wish she would have shot him. You want to know why? He's wearing vibranium, motherfucker. That thing could have just pelted right off.
We don't know that, though.
That's my point, though. That would have been an epic reveal.
Yeah, but like also he might not be, and it could just be really good felt. You know what I mean? Like we don't know. We don't know.
What the reason I think they did it though was to show, you know, his first time out as Captain America, and someone dies on his radar.
Also, I think it's important for the speech.
Oh,
the speech was phenomenal.
That speech,
but I do think it was a tad bit long, in my opinion. I think just a little tweaking, it would have been absolutely perfect, but it was still phenomenal. It was exactly what you needed, and it had some very hard truths.
Shit, you got money. You can go feed people right now. But this, to me...
Oh, okay, but back to the speech. I just clicked on it.
That speech is just... What he was saying is truthful. It's what's going on in the world currently, and it's just...
Yeah. And then I also really liked the fact that he went ahead and he made sure that people knew who Isaiah was.
When that hug happens, and he just...
I saw it. Hold on, it's here. I promise. Where is the hug? I saw it.
It's one of, if not the most beautiful moments in any MCU. That was an interesting...
What a great little moment right there. I think it's the other way. I went the wrong way. Too tired. I'll find it.
That hug is the most empathetic and most rewarding hug I've ever seen in the MCU, except for when Spider-Man hugs Iron Man in Endgame. It's just beautiful because you can just tell that Isaiah is at peace. He is happy. Just look at that. That is Emmy Award winning acting right there. I don't care if Sam gets it. I don't care if Bucky gets it. Isaiah deserves the win. He is so good in this show. And I love the scene where they're just holding on to Bucky's arm like, hey, what's up here? You can hold me up.
Overall, I really enjoyed Falcon and Winter Soldier.
It got better as the show went on.
I liked it from beginning to end.
So let's talk about a little theory here that I keep that now everybody is running with. IGN's running with it now. Comic books talking about it. Sharon being a Skrull.
Sharon's not a Skrull.
If you think about it, it all makes sense.
It obviously does not make sense.
It does.
Why would a Skrull join the government again to sell off government information? It makes no sense. How else are you like? here's the thing: if she really is going to be selling off this information, and she is not found out in the beginning of the next movie, Captain America 4, by the way, that's where I think she'll show up next. Wink, wink. Power broker who? I personally will be dumbstruck. I'll be like, oh my god, we're back to stupid villains. Great.
No,
how great is that?
Why is it stupid? Why can't she be a Skrull?
I just explained to you.
But what? It makes perfect sense.
It does not to me.
No, everybody just wants the Skrulls to be these happy go-getter. Let's save.
That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm talking about her being both. Like, yes. Here's the thing. I would say yes. If she is a Skrull, you just don't like Sharon Carter as a bad.
No, it makes sense.
But no, I would say yes. If Sharon Carter was a Skrull, okay, and she went in there and she got her conundrums, okay, which she did. She got her conundrums, and then she came out, and she was a Skrull, okay, not like showing herself as a Skrull, but the fact that she was on the phone talking to someone as the power broker, I don't see it.
Okay,
I don't see it.
So
I hate it.
No, so here's where I'm coming from with it.
Nope.
Think about it for a second.
Nope.
This Skrull, if she's a Skrull, that's is a big if though, but I'm just going off of what we've seen. If she's a Skrull, this Skrull took Sharon over, became the power broker of Madripoor, broke into criminal rings and getting anybody behind their side, thus getting back Sharon's credentials in America, getting back her agency rights. This Skrull now had access to illegal and legal things throughout the entire world. She can get to her people whenever they need it. They now have an interest in any direction they want to go. They can either come from the legal side or legal side. They can come from either side.
I'm sorry.
And no one would know the difference.
I'm sorry.
She is the ultimate liaison for the Skrulls. She can get anybody through the illegal or legal side.
I just don't agree.
So you'll be upset if she's a Skrull. You'll think she's stupid.
Yep.
That is a brilliant move.
It really is not, in my opinion. We are on two different sides.
So you're more okay with Nick Fury and Agent Hill being Skrulls than her?
Well, no, because I think
They're infiltrating, Jake.
I don't care. Let them infiltrate. I
just want Sharon to be Sharon.
Well, no, I told you why. I'm not explaining again. This is my fourth time I told you. I'm not explaining why I don't think this can happen. Why I think it would be a stupid move for it to happen.
Stupid move. She's just a power broker then.
No.
Yes, it is.
I think it would make sense. Logically, it adds up. Her story adds up. I mean, I think they put all of her cards right out there on the table in this whole entire series. So yeah, no. I personally agree. Also, I would like to mention that when Nick Fury and what's her name?
Hill.
Thank you. I just forgot. Sorry. Nick Fury and Hill were like Skrulls. They did not act like you were like, okay. And now the first time you watch it, I knew it was coming, but he didn't know it was coming. That's a totally different conversation for a totally different day. But the second time I watched that movie, every time they popped up on screen, I was like, this is phenomenal acting by both Chloe Smolders and Samuel Jackson, because they're doing different mannerisms. It does not seem like her. Whereas now technically Sharon Carter, in her defense, has not really been on screen very often. But in the little she's been in, it does add up. Everything she does adds up to what she would act like. So I personally, just based on the different ways we've infiltrated with Skrulls in the past, it doesn't add up. Take your drink.
This is for all me to say the Skrulls were a big disappointment for me, the MCU so far.
I don't think so.
Yes, they are. The Skrulls are.
It's a build-up.
Yeah, to what? To them being heroes?
No, Zachary, it's a build. I'm confused.
Samuel Jackson is safe and sound on a sword facility in space.
Sure. What's your point?
With Skrulls.
Yes. What's your point?
They are keeping him happy so they can continue to be on Earth.
Yes. What's your point? I don't want
the Skrulls to change.
They're not changing. I mean, yes, Zachary, here's the fact. In Secret Invasion, not all Skrulls were evil.
It just makes no sense.
If you make a whole race evil, I would say that's pretty bad. Not everybody has to be evil. Can't there be good people too? I'm over this. Let's talk about Captain America 4. Jesus Christ.
See you on the conversation.
No. The only things we know about Captain America 4, we're going to wrap this up kind of nicely. We actually have to get off here, to be honest with you. Running out of time. So with Captain America 4, Malcolm Spellman, who wrote almost every one of these episodes, is coming back. I agree with a lot of people. I also think Carrie Songland, who directed all these episodes, should also come back. I would love to see what she would do with an actual like AAA like film budget, like blockbuster, whole 9 yards.
The only other reason it might be okay if she did not come back is if the Russos came back to direct for it.
I also don't want the Russos.
I'd be okay with it.
There
is no one else that gets Captain America except this woman and them. That is the only two groups that get it.
Here's the thing. I just really have not liked the Russo brothers since they did Endgame.
That's my point. Put them back where they're good.
I get that. But I just don't.
They directed the 2 best Captain America movies.
But yeah, so that's Captain America 4. I'm very excited that they went ahead and they're agreeing with this. And that
the story of how Anthony Mackie found out about Captain America 4 is nothing just but pure joy. He found out from a grocery store clerk.
All right, let's move on. Zachary, what have you been watching?
Where do I begin?
I watched
King Kong 1933. I watched King Kong 1976. One was far superior than the other. You pick. I watched Tigger movie, Piglet's Big movie, Pooh the Big Heffalump movie, Many Adventures for Pooh, Pooh's Adventures for Christopher Robin, the New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, seasons 1 and 2, the Bug of Pooh, season 1, Godzilla vs. Kong. I watched it twice.
There we go. Okay.
I watched Godzilla 1954 and Godzilla 1962.
Yeah, but
the American one.
But Zachary, what did we go see in theater?
I watched Mortal Kombat.
There we go.
I watched Mortal Kombat again. I watched. Hold
on, no.
What?
No.
What?
Back up.
What?
I have been waiting to watch Mortal Kombat with you.
We saw it in theaters, therefore it is free reign.
No. With you a second time because I figured you would want to watch it again with me. I have been so tempted to click on this damn movie. I cannot believe you.
Have I told you at all?
No.
You have to stay.
No.
I
get it. There was no Pacific.
I'm not in trouble.
Quieter.
So therefore, I'm not in trouble.
You are in trouble.
No, I'm not.
You are in trouble.
I watched it free reign. I watched Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Guess what?
I just Mortal Kombat Scorpion's Revenge. I watched Mortal Kombat 95. Let's see. I watched
Maybe I should have started.
I watched I'm almost done with Star Trek Discovery season 3 with Tim. I watched Star Trek Next Generation. Watched Troll Hunters, Star Troll Hunters again. And yeah.
You also watched The Lion King.
I watched The Crucifixion. This is correct.
You also watched Cats.
I did watch.
Jellicoe Cat.
Shut up.
Jellicoe Cat. Jellicoe. Yeah.
I watched Batman and Robin.
We already talked about Batman and Robin. Yeah.
Get that.
Mm-hmm. All right, moving on to me.
That's all I.
I hope so. Someone does not have a life.
I've been enjoying myself, Chloe.
I have watched Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Oh, I watched Falcon and Winter Soldier too.
I watched a little bit of Younger, final season on Paramount Plus. I watched a little bit of Big Brother. We've also been watching Blood Drive.
Oh, fuck. Blood Drive.
Yeah.
Sorry, Pooh Bear really stuck.
I know. Are you liking Blood Drive?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just, I also saw Mortal Kombat, which, ironically, I didn't actually think would make my top 10 movies of this year so far.
Ironically, I didn't think you'd like it more than I did.
And it has made the top 10 so far. Now, I have yet to go back. So we'll see once I have the rewatch, if I'll love it. But it does play in my mind rent-free a lot.
Fucking beauty.
I still don't like him. My least favorite part of the whole movie.
It's so crazy how much you are opposite some people sometimes. Everybody loves Kano. You're like, what the fuck? Why Kano?
Yeah, why Kano? Why Kano? Okay. What else?
Give me a fucking egg roll.
All right. What else? No. What else have I watched? Zachary's gonna be so happy. So I was trying to figure out what to watch. I watched the first episode of Yakuza. Is that Yakuza?
Yakuza.
Okay, I didn't think it was right. It's kind of wrong in my head.
Yakuza?
I don't know, Zachary. I thought there was an E in there. It doesn't matter.
There is.
Now I'm just It doesn't matter. What's no, Zachary, it's fine. We'll just. There's no, it's not.
Yakuza.
We don't have time for this.
Then don't look it up.
I need to know. Okay, sex. Sex and Zen. I'm spelling everything wrong. It's fine. It doesn't matter. I watched the first episode, Shadow and Bone. I have to rewatch that and act like I didn't watch it. Just the truth. I started Arrow.
I saw.
What do you mean you saw?
Someone watched Arrow upstairs on Netflix.
That's on me.
Oh,
sorry. No, I watched it this morning. I watched 3 episodes of Arrow this morning.
I'm so proud of you.
And I kind of like it, and it's making me uncomfortable. So I don't know. We'll see where this goes. Because I've been watching Sex and the City. I watched the first 2 seasons of that. Off and on with revenge, because sometimes you just gotta hurt yourself. I also I've been watching Big Bang Theory. I'm like 3 episodes ahead of the last time we talked.
Jacob got so sad when I had 6 more seasons.
Well, I was sad because it's only 6 more seasons. Not that I had 6 more seasons. I was sad that I'm halfway through because I love it so much and I don't want it to be over.
So good.
What else is there? Yeah, I don't know. I read a lot of books last month. Blood Drive. Well, yeah, I already said that. I read 21 books last month when I was only supposed to read 8. So that's where my attention really went. So, okay.
And me and Jacob are going to be kind of stopping what we've been watching when Mass Effect comes out, because that'll probably be taking up most of our time.
Well, I'm only playing Mass Effect on stream, so.
Okay, fine. I'll take up most of my time.
All right, movie commentaries. Zachary, we have to talk about the last 2 movie commentaries. Last 3. Yes, we do. So, the first movie commentary, we're literally jumping from this to it. Does that make you so happy inside?
I have to get there.
Yeah, we're gonna start at 6:30. Okay. I
give myself some time.
Well, not much time, depending on when we end this. But we're gonna be watching Midsummer, the extended edition. It's 3 hours long. I don't know why he's so sad. He's gonna once we get past the opening, he's gonna understand. We have to get past. I'm sorry. The opening's a lot. You'll understand. You'll think it's really pretty though. Really disturbing, but really pretty and really sad. It's fine. Zachary, what's your next movie? What movie did you choose?
So this is my last commentary with the people.
Second to last, I chose The Conjuring. That's your last commentary.
No, the last I get the pick.
Yeah, that's true.
And I was going to do Mortal Kombat.
I was so looking forward to this.
I figured we could watch it together without it. You did this to me.
You hurt me.
You hurt me.
I didn't hurt you that bad.
In 30 minutes, you will.
No, I won't. It's not that bad. I promise. It's just a lot.
I want to end my commentary picks on a movie that you and I both love. On something that you know.
Okay. Wrap it up, or you're not gonna get food.
Or watching Joker.
Damn, he really hurt me. Okay, mentally unprepared.
That's okay. We are watching Joker,
which is fine. I kind of assumed he would end with Joker.
Yeah,
he's been looking at the poster longingly for like 6 months now.
And I really want to watch Joker.
So I assumed that was probably going to be the final one. That's good. I've only seen it. I've not seen it since we've owned it. So it will be over a year since I have experienced Joker.
2 years.
2019.
2019, yeah.
Well, no, 2 years in October, Zachary. It's not 2 years. Over a year since I experienced Joker. I saw it 3 times in theaters. I don't regret that choice.
It's one of our favorite movies of all time. Go
watch I will let you know that when I watch it again. I have to say, I have a feeling I'm not going to really enjoy the first 2/3 of the film as much as I have in the past, but it will.
You're just looking forward to
that. When we get to the interview sequence, which I don't mind talking about since a billion of you watched it. When we get to the interview sequence, yeah, then it becomes my all-time favorite movie.
It's
just so weird how that happens.
Beautiful.
And then I chose because
just going.
Well, I told Zachary the reason why I chose The Conjuring as the final movie commentary until we come back in like August or September, somewhere over there around then. which we'll talk about in our last podcast, what the channel is going to look like in the hiatus mode between all of this. As I have a few things planned to keep everything kind of still active. Either way, I chose The Conjuring because I wanted a movie that was mentally scarring, which is Midsummer, and then I wanted a movie that was physically scarring, which is The Conjuring. By physically scarring, I mean he won't be able to sleep for weeks.
I won't be able to sleep for at least a night.
Whereas Midsummer, he'll definitely be able to sleep. He might have uncomfortable dreams, but he'll be able to sleep. So yeah. Also, when I clap, he's just gonna get terrified, and it's just like it's just my favorite thing. I don't think Midsummer has a noise. I could be wrong. We could experience
this agonizing scream.
Oh my god, it does have a noise, but I will never do it. That's fine.
Is it?
I can't. No, you'll know. Oh, you'll know. It came back to me. All right. Well, we'll see you. Well, technically, this goes up tomorrow. So Midsummer's already up on the channel. If you guys want to see his reaction and stuff, if you've seen the movie, you kind of know where to jump around to. Basically, when he starts squinching, that's basically the ideal target, which will be beginning, middle, and end. So about every half hour, he should be right there. All right, Zachary, go ahead and say our outro.
Goodbye.
Well, no, put some more. There's only a few of these left. Put some more in before we go on hiatus. Sing your song. Do your thing.